Hey guys, welcome to Max Play Live. This is The Island, episode 4. Now, when we get started, I'm gonna go to sleep, so let's kick this off.
Sometimes I wonder if this trip was a mistake. I don't mind the work or hanging out with the animals in the forest, but there's so many people around it's driving me insane. I'm pretty sure Rylus is just trying to get me to leave. I'm not going to let him win, though. It's so much quieter here than the city. It's worth it, Luna. Suck it up.
Hi, welcome back. This is, I think, our 4th episode now. We had to skip a week. Thanks for tuning in. I hurt my leg, so it's my fault. You can blame me for this.
Bad boy.
It's all my fault. So where we left off, I believe we had small encounters with some gorillas. Lil Deroy and Rufus encountered some while on watch on one side of the outer wall, and Luna and Razor Law, who's not with us tonight, was on the other side, and they encountered about the same type of squad.
You're not Razor Law?
He's not Razor Law, right? So Patrick's in tonight. He'll be
James.
Right,
You look so much more like a man. Did I say that out loud?
He did. It was pretty good, actually. Thanks.
Oh,
I'm sure
I
James
really
will
hope he's
appreciate that.
watching.
What?
I really hope he's watching.
He said he's going to definitely check it out.
Good, I hope you watched
So,
at least that part.
Anyway, Razor Law and Luna had defeated their gorillas to the point where the gorillas took off running back into the jungle, whereas things were not so good on the other side of the wall.
Oh, it looked great for a while.
Well, yeah. Anyway, where Rufus was captured, or in the middle of being captured, I should say, where we left off, and Lil Deroy was about 65 feet up in the air, trying to get people within the compound to see him or witness him. That sound about right? That's kind of where we left off. All right. No word from Valen, who was patrolling the middle gate section, which is kind of a bit of ways from where you guys' current location is. So we left off right at the top of the initiative order. And that would be Lil Deroy, who's up next, because I already know where my guys are going. We also got more props finally back in. Thanks again, Rick, for the awesome job you did. We've been moving on over that for the past hour. Yeah,
They're
really
amazing.
good stuff.
All right, so I'm up.
Yep, you're up.
All right, so currently I am floating
You're about 65 feet up above the wall.
over there.
All right, let me see where, yeah.
Right,
And you're up in this section, like up over
One
here.
spell slot left at level 1, and I have 2 sorcery points. All right, how do these guys look? What am I looking at on these gorillas over here?
You're looking at the 2 or the 3 that are up. One looks pretty battered. You guys did a pretty good number on that one. Another one looks mildly wounded. The chieftain type guy who is like in charge of the squad is definitely making sure that they're tying him up right.
All right.
And you can see where they're taking some of the javelins and kind of piercing them not into him, but in through the nets, so they make like things that they can lift him up easily with.
Okay, I'm gonna lift my hand up like that.
Okay.
And above my hand, you'll see like bits of water start to come out of because I'm assuming it's humid in this jungle type island. So I'm going to use the water in the air to make a shard of ice.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw it directly at that lead gorilla. And when I throw it, I yell, Arctis Asantius! And just a shard of ice just flies at that gorilla.
Okay.
So let me look up my spell with my handy dandy little thingamajig here. All right, so I create my spell book. I fling it at creature. I make a ranged spell attack. So let me do that. And
Flinging is not nice.
So I rolled a 1.
So you missed
So I miss.
the lead gorilla.
I did.
All right, so we'll do this.
Okay.
Since it's an odd or even type thing.
Yeah.
On an odd,
Yeah.
You hit tank. On
Awesome.
an even, you just miss everybody.
All right, so what do
All
I
right.
roll? 20 again?
Sure, we'll do it on a d20.
10.
That's even, so you missed everybody.
Okay. I missed you, buddy.
You rolled a 1, man. I couldn't just let that go.
That's my last 3rd level spell slot because I'm amazing.
That was a great shot. So the shard of ice comes out of you up in the sky up there, and aiming towards the main gorilla, just skimming
Well,
the net almost
actually,
and almost.
Whether it
hitting-
hits or
it
misses,
doesn't matter. You won't
it
see
has
him.
to hit the ground and it still explodes.
Okay.
I guess, right? Because it says hit or miss. It says hit or miss, the shard then explodes.
Okay. So therefore, we need to find a point of impact.
Yeah. It's up to you.
So roll a d8 for me.
D number 8.
Yes.
Right here.
Oh, look, it hit tank.
3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so the impact will be back here.
Awesome. So
Right there.
everything within 5 feet takes 2d6 cold damage.
So he still takes 2d6. Is there a save on that or no?
Dexterity save, sorry.
There we go. All right.
And
And
I'm 14.
no, it's my dex. Off of my dex.
All right. Sorry.
And you are a 14, and I am good.
So then never mind.
So he dodges and gets out of the way. 8-man dodges.
He's
Right.
Nimble.
So the ice shard comes down just behind him, explodes, and he kind of jumps out of the way.
Damn you, you damn dirty ape!
And it was coming eventually. All right, so you're good then. Yeah, that happened. All right. Next up would be Razor Law, who's actually not
Not as
here.
cool as
So you two were done with your side thing, and he's gonna, in his Razor Law type voice, put away his 44 caliber longbow and say something along the lines of, "See, Razor Law had a handle on that," as he pulls on his glove.
Doesn't sound like Razor.
And he looks at you with his steely blue eyes. Hopefully I'm doing James justice here.
Since I'm still in Bearport, I'm just like,
Razor Law does not deserve justice.
I just shake my head at him.
All right. He's going to suggest that maybe we go and speak to some of the other people or talk to Valen at the main gate as to what had just transpired,
Okay.
would be his suggestion.
So does he move?
Yes, he'll start heading in that direction. So we don't really need to do that because you guys are kind of out of combat, but I'll still do it for turn order for when you guys get to go.
I was thinking.
So that would be you as well. You'll be journeying with him unless there's something you want to do outside of that or along the way.
We can do double movement.
Okay? And you're fine with that? All right. Got it.
How many turns would it take for me to?
For you guys your speed as a bear is still 30, I believe.
40.
It's 40, so you can move faster than him. So yes, you would be there. You double that to 80. So you would be there within 2 rounds. So that's fine. That's full speed. All right.
I'm gonna go look for my buddies.
All right. So next up, would be over there. So it doesn't matter. They're going to run away, and this squad is now out of combat. Got it. Next up is Rufus, who's unconscious. So, last thing you remember is getting hit by these gorilla fists, and they pummel you, and then you fall unconscious. That's it. Real exciting day for you, and
Amen.
lights out.
It's a good start of my day.
You Donkey Kong just beat you up.
Awesome.
More like Diddy Kong.
All right. So, you, Lil Roy, will see these guys finally getting him like where it looks like he's in a secure position, and they will then grab him to either side, like on the net with the poles, and kind of hoist him up on their shoulders, and they'll start going this way. This guy's keeping a constant eye on you as they start moving as a squad back into the jungle.
Okay.
All right? And then we'll get back to you.
All right. I'm going to, as a bonus action, convert 2 sorcery points to a set first level spell slot.
Okay?
And then I'm going to throw catapult at one of the gorillas. Are either of the gorillas hauling tank look injured?
Yes.
I'm going to...
Not badly. The real bad one's the one that's kind of watching you.
Well, the one that looks more injured, I'm going to throw the stone at him.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull another rock out of my pocket, small rock, and I'm going to toss it at the gorilla. And as I throw it, I yell, "Forzare!" and send it flying at him.
All right, I believe I have to make a dex save, and if it misses him,
As it
it
being
affects.
carried, the object flies in a straight line 90 feet in direction you choose before falling to the ground. If the object would strike a creature, the creature must make a dex
We
save.
clarified that. It's gonna hit.
Okay. And they take 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
So that's 1d8, 2d8s, 3d8. So that would be 16 plus 6, so 22.
22. So that guy collapses
Awesome.
on the ground right there.
Awesome.
And the one side of the net kind of opens up a little bit. The spear's still through it, though. He just rolls out unconscious, just laying there.
Yeah.
The other monkey starts trying to wrap him back up as fast as he can. This
You
guy
let
kind of
my
scrambles
friend
over
go,
there.
you damn dirty apes!
Have you ever felt like a rap before?
So which one's down?
Oh, this guy right here.
Awesome.
and he just
I
drops.
feel like a burrito.
A tank burrito. Are you good with that?
Tankito, yeah.
Taquito.
All right. So next up, you guys are moving. All right, do me a favor, Patrick, and roll a 20-sided die for me. Because you're sleeping in the barracks.
I got an 8 on die.
An 8. Okay, that's all I needed. Thank you, sir.
Cool, you're welcome.
Let's move it on
The
from that one.
determining what kind of
You
deal
guys are
you
moving with Razor Law. You're still unconscious. Oh, hey guys, what's going on?
We'll take the Batman.
Oh boy.
So we make it at the end of this turn, right?
Can I have it?
End of the next turn. It's 2 turns from the one you were on.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. All right.
Wow.
That's not creepy.
Yeah,
That
this
is
is
a
like
little
an
creepy.
episode of Criminal Minds here.
Dare at him.
All right, so these guys are going to
Go into
move.
this jungle at some point.
He's going to
Just
kind of
find a
move over
shrine
here.
for Josh.
He's going to come over and start repping him up.
I have his
And they're
beard.
going
I
to make
made
a
a little
move of
doll
1,
out of
2,
beard
3,
hair.
4. Because they can only do a partial move because they had to finish picking him
They had to
up.
pick him back up again.
Right, and he kind of starts covering the flank and
Alright.
kind of protecting them. You can see he's kind of taking like a stance, trying to guard the other guys carrying him off.
Sounds good.
So now it's back to you.
Back to me. All right. So I'm going to use Chill Touch. So
Remember, you're 65 feet in the air. What's the range on that? Is that
120.
Okay.
So I'm going to move forward so that I'm pretty much like about right here.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Chill Touch, which creates a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a spell attack, a ranged spell attack against the creature. So when I do it, I yell, Arctis Gravitas, and the hand
comes
out
up
of
and
the
starts trying to choke him.
ground. 16 plus 6,
22
yeah, to hit,
to hit. That'll hit.
yeah. And
Reroute 2016.
it takes 1d8, 5.
5.
Yeah, and he cannot move until my next turn, and he can't regen hit points.
Oh, excuse me. You're hitting the main gorilla, right? The lead one.
No, I was grabbing
Oh, no,
the
okay. My bad.
battered one out of
So
the
you're
two.
good. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I
5
pointed
points?
at him, yeah. 5, yes.
All right. He doesn't like it. He looks very unhappy with that.
Yes. That's my plan. I'll save you, my
I know you like
friend!
really care about his feelings.
Hold
and all.
on!
All
He's
right.
unconscious, he can't hear you.
You're done, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of that, we'll get to you guys. You guys you'll be there long before James, who's still coming up behind you, or Razor Law is running up behind you. And Valen's at the gate. And he looks kind of alarmed, like, what's going on? You know,
We were
especially now that there's this bear coming on to him that he's never seen before.
Oh, I am a bear.
So let's roll a reaction on Valen as he sees this bear running at him at full speed. Okay? Let's do that.
Well,
Let me see what I get. You want me to roll high? I did not roll high. So he looks a little scared, all right? And it looks like he draws his sword, gets ready, like pulls up a shield, and he's like ready to go with the bear. So
and
he stands at the ready. What are you going to do?
Muldoon!
Round our foe.
I'm going to leave bear form
Okay.
because I only have 1 hit point left anyway in bear form. And I'll transform back into Luna and be like, we were attacked. Those creatures that escaped earlier, they have friends. We need to go make sure everybody else is okay.
They're high on the social arc.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, 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 slow down, slow down. He seems a little shocked when he watches the bear transform into a little gnome.
I don't have time
Hey.
for this. We have to go find other people.
Get your shit together,
Yeah,
man.
for real.
Well, what happened on your side? Just those guys? Is there more over there? Do we need to go check in the
They
jungle?
ran away.
Do I need to go get people?
Yes.
I need to go get people.
Yes.
He's like, all right, come on with me. We'll go get some more people and we'll come out here.
I
You
know
go
some
get
people.
people. I'm gonna go make sure the other people on patrol are okay.
Okay, great idea. All right.
You gotta watch out for them, man.
Then this giant raptor comes out now.
What? Yeah.
And Tom's dead.
And Tom's dead. Anyway, so you're going to do that. He runs back into the gate,
65 foot
Yes.
goes
raptor.
inside. All right.
Yeah.
You two are done. You already
That's called
rolled.
a Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, back to me. These
Take it
guys will
fly.
go
Cool.
another.
Yeah.
He can't move.
Oh, yeah, he
When
can't.
the raptors fly.
So they try to move, but they can't. So he's just going to kind of move ahead this way and kind of spin it around him.
Or that one can't move.
All right, this one can't. All right. And he's going to back up more this way.
I'm trying. I'll
Yes.
save you.
All right, back to you.
All right, back to me. All right.
Yes.
So the hand goes away,
Right.
but I'm gonna bring it right back with a dice that I'll find eventually. Where it went. Where's my good? There it is. All right, so
Same guy.
same thing, Arctis Gravitas, and the
Same
hand
guy.
comes back around, same guy, and 16 plus 6 again.
22, so you get him. That's 5 more hit points.
Well, I gotta roll the 7 this time.
7 this time. 7's just enough because that guy was hurting pretty
Boom!
good. And yeah,
If I could
And
clap,
I'm
I
gonna
would.
Right.
move a little closer.
Actually, 1 more was just enough. You really didn't need to roll that die,
right.
but that's all right.
You don't need to know that.
You didn't need to know that.
you
So-
let him go and you can leave, you
So
dirty
he drops,
apes.
and both these two look very pissed off now. They
they?
start making all these like wild noises and getting really like beating their chest and getting really nasty.
Someone can call me dirty.
Right. All right. So
They
you're
live
going
in
to
the
take
jungle.
off
Think of how
and go running
filthy
around the
they
corner again. You don't have now you're a Luna, so you're moving at your normal speed of. So double will be 50. All right, so about the time you, from your interaction with Valen, and you start taking off, Razor Law comes up and he looks a little confused, and he starts following you. All right, moving on. Nothing there, nothing there. Back to me.
Nothing there.
This guy picks up the other side of the thing, and they both start moving. They can move 20, carrying you. And he's dead. Yes. And they're making all types of noises and getting a little bit loud here.
Okay.
They're calling for backup.
So
Back to me?
Back to you.
I'm gonna.
Let it go. Let
I
it
can move
go.
30, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go right there. Oh no, I've fallen.
65
No.
feet. That's 6 times
All
10.
right, so then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do the same thing to him. Arctis Gravitas. 19. to hit.
Okay. You're hitting this guy?
The main, the leader.
Okay, that'll get him.
Okay. And an 8 again. 4.
Okay.
And he's held again.
Yes, he is.
Cold damage. I don't know if that
Okay.
matters.
Your passive perception, you'll start. It's 12. I already got it.
Okay.
You'll start seeing like some of the trees and the foliage moving back in this area over in here.
Perfect.
Okay.
Alrighty then.
You've seen Jurassic Park, right?
I have.
You know what
Okay.
happens.
Right.
Oh, I'm wearing the hat too.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Again, it's going to take you about 2 rounds to get to where they are. So you're well, no, now it's going to take you a little 3 rounds because you're moving slower. So it's 1 more round added to that. So you're on your way. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'm going to continue
one
to
knew.
move. I can't. He can't move anymore to the way he wants to go. That's not going to happen. Back to you.
All right. Arctis Gravitas. 21.
You're slowing him down.
Yeah, man.
All right, do the
That's-
damage.
Doing my thing. 8.
Oof.
To the
8
main
more.
guy.
And then 20 more show up to that.
Not 20. Anyway, yeah, you should,
18.
yeah.
Can we get some Russell in that
Russell?
foliage? Russell?
No, we're gonna put these
Thank
4.
you. Thank you. That was awesome.
I'm gonna start coming out from
Do you
over
want
here,
these too, sir?
and you'll start seeing these guys coming out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll take that guy too. I don't need him right now, but I may soon.
You want the
I want
big
both of
guys?
them, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you want both.
Thanks.
You need a dinosaur.
Thanks.
You gotta put the big guy on the rock though.
He's not there yet.
Oh, that would be awesome. It'd be like a Lion King moment.
Back to you again.
How's it going? All right.
Yes.
Same thing. Chill touch. 14, 20.
You got him.
Boop. 6.
How do you like?
So you did 8, 4, and 6. That's a total
Now
of
you're like
18.
Mr.
You've done to this guy.
Yep, Dr. Freeze.
Okay.
You drop my friend and you can leave.
Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still clapping for you.
No.
Be there. He's gonna be there. All right. Yeah, let's pull these guys up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you see him kind of on the defense, watching you in the sky. You see more rustling back in there.
A diamond in the sky.
Yes. 2, 3.
Yeah. So like how I put those rocks, huh?
Yeah, we'll go like that. You did that on purpose, didn't you, Tank?
That's what I do.
Because you knew.
Yeah, of course I knew.
All right.
So when Karen comes
Back to
out,
me.
That's you.
Yeah, same thing, man.
Same guy, right?
Arctis, yep, 19.
19 will get him.
Can I have your guy?
8.
8 more,
Yep.
and that'll drop him.
Boom.
All right.
And without a leader, they all mush.
That's what I'm hoping. And then I'm gonna just start
they're actually
like,
hive minds, so they all drop it all.
Like yelling?
fear me. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
to them.
And then King Kong comes out and goes, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I run away.
Yes, you'll see more rustling.
Okay.
And you'll start seeing more rustling up in here.
Okay.
And you'll see like rustling like all around in the area. Like you'll see a lot more.
Okay.
All right? Fair warning.
I'm staying.
A trooper.
Can I try to intimidate them?
Sure. You can roll a disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
I have superiority in numbers.
10. Well, hold on.
Hold on. Pause.
16.
16. Yeah, they're not that afraid of you.
No? Okay.
No.
I rolled 10 on both dice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Another round goes by. One more round, and you'll be showing up on the scene where they are. You'll still be unconscious.
Oh.
You're still sleeping.
Yay.
So we will.
both
He's
doing the
done.
same
He's
thing,
done.
really.
They've moved out. They're on the
sense.
same initiative as them. So it'll take these
Except I'm
guys
not
a little bit more just to kind of scoot around here, and you get to fire again.
All right. Which one is holding? Are they any of them holding him?
This guy is.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna
And you'll start seeing more coming this way.
Arctis Gravitas.
As they
on
start
him.
making more noise, and you start hearing it,
That's
like
fine.
it's starting to get
Man,
loud,
I
and you
can't roll
start
under a
hearing it
13.
into the jungle.
Let it go. Let it
You
Me.
are awoken
Okay.
because you hear somebody yelling and screaming, "We're under attack! Hurry up, get your gear!" That's all you hear, and you hear other people mumbling and groaning, and then, "Hurry up, I said!" And he starts banging on the door. You don't know who it is, you just hear that.
I
Slowly
rolled
get
a
out of
20
there.
again and 4
It's
damage.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 14 plus.
Lucky Lenny is not a morning.
I got
Gotcha.
4 damage.
All right. Okay.
It's the hat.
It's the hat. When you're advancing up to the scene, you start hearing a lot of these ape noises in the jungle all around you, and it looks like it sounds like they're going all the way back, like beyond the wall where you came from, as well as all the way down the line.
As well as amazing spellcasting.
Like you hear many, many, many apes.
Not
Okay,
like 3 or 4.
I can't define many more than that. Okay,
I think you did a great job.
okay.
Is this
I think
one of
one
them?
more many would add on.
No,
To
Josh is not an ape.
Oh.
well,
Poor Josh. Well, he's a Batman fan.
that. You just put his face up in front of the dice tower.
Just roll the dice out of his eyeballs.
Back to you, Lil Roy.
onward.
Yeah, it's gotta come out of the mouth.
Back to me.
That's
Yes. So here we go again. Right back at it. Wow.
Oh no!
Did you see that?
Oh no! That's a bad omen.
No, it's not. Because I still got a 20.
Awesome. So max the damage, whatever the damage is.
No,
max
no,
it.
no. It was a 14 plus.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
3 damage.
Don't max that damage.
No, no. I'm not going to cheat.
Okay. So yeah, that guy's now held, but now you see like a bunch of these other guys start grabbing him, like 3 or 4 of them, and they all start lifting him up and carrying him into the jungle.
Okay.
Luna,
Well,
Why
I'm
aren't you
grabbing
singing
that
Welcome to
one
the
still.
Jungle?
you'll be down here, coming onto the scene right about here.
Why aren't you singing Welcome to the Jungle?
Welcome
But you're
to
singing
the jungle.
Frozen?
Because I'm unconscious and it doesn't really matter.
No light
But it
source?
does
No.
matter.
You don't have a light source, do you?
I do
Not that I know
not.
of.
I like Frozen.
Right, I don't remember that.
Get your
So
priorities
Razor
straight.
will have one. He'll be catching up. He'll be catching up to you about now too. So we'll stick him over here. And
now Razor knows
yeah, we're gonna move
You're all
basically the body here.
I'm holding that
We'll
one
leave that
still.
guy there,
Okay.
but there's now like 4 of them carrying him.
You know, because I'm a fat guy.
Right, and you'll see more coming out of the jungle, swarming
More
into this direction.
Short,
Alright.
a little easy.
I have a feeling that you're not going to make it. Or at least I'm not going to catch you.
Oh.
I have to come rescue you, I feel like. All right. I'm going to stay floating, but I'm going to just follow still. I'm going to be like, yeah, screw it. I'll keep them on there. I'm going to go right here.
Okay.
And same thing on one of the ones that are carrying him.
Okay.
17 plus
That'll hit.
8.
So when you bake your dice, is it at 400 for 15?
No, it's 375
Okay.
for exactly 12 minutes.
Awesome.
Man, I gotta.
Now we'll go to you, Luna. Just going to move yourself 40, or you're going to do a double move at, 50, or you're going to just do 25?
Can I see all the people?
You can start seeing some movement up in this area, and from maybe up in the distance, you might see 1 or 2 of the shadows jumping around over there.
Okay.
Because remember we said the walls did have the fire on that for the light?
Yeah.
All right.
Plus, there's one big light out there.
So minor illusion, that's a 5-foot space, right?
5-foot cube.
Okay.
It's only like this big.
I don't know how big a 5-foot cube.
I didn't.
It's 5 feet.
Really?
Usually
It's actually 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. 5 cubed. Square. It's like a 5.
Yeah, you did it 4 times. So it's 5
Oh,
by 5
My bad.
by 5.
By 5.
3.
3. It's 3
So-
5s.
3 5?
You're so
So
smart.
15?
Yep.
I think by this point, after seeing everybody, I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay. That's probably not a good sign to run up there.
No, it's not.
She does the Scooby-Doo stuff.
Yeah. And since Razor Law probably can't see that far,
He
I'm gonna
runs
be
ahead.
like, we should stop.
Well, by his accuracy, he seems that he can't even see hit the
Do
broadside
they
of a
hear me
barn.
yelling?
So yeah, you'll start hearing him yelling and screaming and letting him go and all that other stuff too. So
Okay, so I'll stop Razor Law and say we might not want to go over there if we want to survive.
right.
That's just way
We
too
should wait for
logical.
backup. Let's go back to the gate, I guess.
Gotcha. All right, so you guys are going to
And I
kind
know
of
that
slow
I
down.
know that Lil Roy can float.
Yeah.
I don't know where Tank's at though. So
I can float.
I can hope that Tank
We
is
all float.
We all float down here.
Come on, you totally stole that from
Sorry,
me.
sorry.
Now
I'm
you gotta do the
excited.
thing. You gotta do it.
Hiya, Georgie.
Moving on. All right, we're done. You're now awake, lucky Lenny, and you've been rudely awakened by
Awake.
these noises. Right, kind of a little groggy.
I'm gonna
Maybe add a
slowly
few-
get ready.
You've had a few drinks with the blacksmith that night. I don't know.
I'm gonna
There's a hammer next to
slowly
the
get
woman.
dressed.
Just gonna take your time,
Yeah.
get dressed. Kind of okay.
Lucky
you-
Lenny's on a morning person.
Right, you see people kind of
Emergency or
scrambling
not.
on. Some people are like, "Come on, hurry it up!" You know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be like, okay.
He walks out. He's like, "Where's the coffee?" Starbucks.
Yeah.
All right, so you're just
There's one
gonna
on
spend the
every
time
corner.
getting
What
ready
corner
and
is it
not
on?
being.
It's called Dragon Bucks.
All right, back to you.
All right. Well, when
They
I
move him a little bit further into the jungle,
yeah.
and you'll see more kind of swooping in behind him and kind of guarding
Double
him.
Dragon shot and sprint.
Yeah. So with
Before I
that,
can do
I'm gonna
anything.
like now that I see, I'm guessing there's a lot more. You didn't put the minis out there, right?
Right.
Essentially. So when I see all of them and they're brandishing spears and such, I'm gonna move back. So that's. We'll
gonna
find
abandon
you.
your friend.
We'll get you. I promise.
He's unconscious. He can't hear you, by the way.
I know.
But
It's for
I've heard
dramatic effect.
Everything.
Yeah.
10, 15,
You
20,
know deep down
25, 30.
It's
so
like
I'm
my
gonna be
god's
right
like a
here.
satellite. It relays
Oh no, I can
to-
double move.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
But then, would it be like telephone then?
Something like that. I do have to
Nine,
pay for it, when it
10,
comes back down.
15,
Huge bill at the end.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
25, 30.
I'm like, how many prayers?
So I'm
do I
heading.
do?
I'm heading.
International call.
Is this the main gate over here?
It'll be actually up over in this
All right,
direction.
yeah, I'm
but that's
heading toward the gate,
That's the
so-
direction where you could travel.
Away from the monkeys, toward the gate.
Fly over the
All right.
wall.
All right, then
That's
we
true, I
will.
could.
Just saying. I'm unconscious though, so don't listen
You
to
get
me.
back to the gate, you'll see some of the
You
people
can't do
coming
that.
out brandishing weapons. You'll still hear the ruckus in the forest, but you won't see too many. You'll start seeing it. It's almost like thinning out in this section. You'll still hear it. As you guys slowly bring back, you see Little Leroy kind of floating in close to you guys.
I'm gonna land too.
You don't see any sign of Rufus. And yeah, what are you going to do?
Is that guy back, the one that I originally spoke to?
He's not back out yet. You guys aren't quite to the gate yet to see that, but you will know that there is some people coming out,
I'll
whether
find
he's one of them or
the person
not.
that looks most in charge
Okay.
and tell them what I saw.
Okay.
There's a, what are these creatures called again?
They're apes. They're gorillas.
Apes.
They look like gorillas. Just say apes.
The apes are coming back and they were attacking us and some of them ran off. There are a ton more over that way. They might want to wait
Okay.
or not. I don't care, but
So they start standing and making like a defensive formation.
not,
The guy
whatever.
starts barking orders to people, and they start making like a flank around that and around the front gate. He's like, "We got to double up the guard. Kind of move over. Don't move too far out. Make sure you're with somebody." And he's issuing commands. More people start showing up. You will see Valen running around in the compound.
you want more than 2 people in the party. Just saying.
You will also notice that as you go further back, the noise of the gorillas seems to be less and less. Yeah. You're still unconscious.
Yeah.
You're finally dressed. All right.
Yeah.
And
Not
now-
awake yet. But
Not
I'm
awake
dressed.
yet. So you're gonna kind of like stumble into the kitchen, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna push out of wherever I was sleeping and be like, all right, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm just gonna look around.
you're still unconscious.
Do you mind if I get a mint?
A
I need
mint.
a mint. Yeah.
He needs a minute for a mint.
That was terrible.
That was pretty terrible.
That was terrible. Oh, it's in your butt. That's good now.
Good old ass mints.
That happened.
That just happened. Moving on.
I made someone laugh at home. That's
It's true.
all I know.
Probably.
All right. So
And
that'll
probably
kind of
like
wrap
6
up
people
this.
discussed it that
Rufus
we had a minute
disappears.
for it.
The next couple hours, they put up like quadruple the guard.
Yeah.
People are running all around the compound, finding out what's going on. They try to get the information, like what happened to Rufus.
Yeah. They took him, and I'm like,
my
it's so terrible. I tried everything. I killed 12 of them, and I couldn't save him. There was just too many. I almost died 3 times. Oh, it was terrible, horrible.
Round of applause. Round of
They're
applause.
horrible.
Terror horrible.
Good job. That was such a good
Thank
job.
you. I'd like to thank the Academy first. And,
That's you, mean? Did you?
everyone
Is
at
that getting
home.
voted
I
out
couldn't do
this
this without you.
Brilliant.
You should totally have that.
That'd be fun.
So they question you guys as to what had happened and what you had seen.
Yes.
The people that are mostly in there that really get involved.
Hundreds.
Right. The only people you don't see that are in the compound was the hunting party that had left earlier that evening. There's no sign of them as of yet. And they seem like the people are like, well, now we're getting kind of worried.
Yeah.
And then they start talking about other things. Nikki, your passive perception, because you're still up, and so is Lucky. Lenny, actually, will pick up that they start talking about we need to get some type of a warning system in here. We need to build something. We need to do stuff that'll, instead, we never realized there was intelligent life, outside of whatever built these ruins, which these are gorillas,
I
not.
bite my tongue to not say something rude about that.
Because they
Okay.
just called you stupid, all of you.
No,
Oh.
because they thought the animals weren't intelligent. And
Oh.
an
I'm gonna
animal
sip on my morning
activist or something.
Yes. Understood.
The great hills
So,
of the
um,
island.
I'm going to take it you guys are going to finally go to sleep that
Yes.
night. After everything settles down, it'll
Nice
be
long
about
rest.
right. It'll be about midnight-ish. Right.
Can I take a rest too?
You're taking a long
Cool.
rest.
All right,
You're
good.
taking a long rest.
Need to know.
So what we'll do is we're going to kind of split off and go with solo you, and then we'll come back to these guys.
Sounds good.
So
I probably blew out some people's ears.
you kind of slowly start coming to, and what you hear around you is some weird types of grunts and thumps like from these gorillas. So as you're waking up, that's what you hear. As you open your eyes, you see that you're laying on a dirt floor,
Okay.
and it looks to be in some type of makeshift wooden cage.
Okay.
Okay, you're completely naked. There's no weapons, no armor, no nothing.
It's free.
You'll hear these.
wants to see a door.
You'll hear these gorillas making some type of like thumping and screaming and like ooh, 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 ah, and, making all types of monkey noises, which I'm not good at, obviously.
Monkey noises.
Right, which I'm not good at, obviously. Right, but they are making some type of a music, like a tribal type of music on
They're
some
dancing
type, and they're
some-
dancing and like
okay.
celebrating. It's
I am food.
it's daylight. It's daylight. As you open your eyes, and that's what you see. You can kind of hear it, and like I said, you're on the floor of this cage. So what are you going to do? You're going to just lay there?
No, I would like to see if I can stand up.
Okay, yeah,
If I have
you
the strength to-
you get the strength. Right, you stand up, and as you look around, you'll see that there's gorillas posted like by the cages, and there's several other cages. Inside of one of these cages is a small goblin. The goblin's in native type of attire.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it's just got like some type of like little loincloth. From no weapons, obviously. And you'll see that the crowd of gorillas seems to be having, like you said, like a giant party, like they're dancing around a fire in a circle. As you come to, one of the guard monkeys starts making those noises again.
Okay.
And then like the music and everything just stops and falls dead silent.
Okay.
And then they all kind of turn their attention and they all start looking at you. And then they slowly start getting up and they start moving and looking at like the whole swarm of them starts coming closer to the cage.
I put my hands in front of my private areas.
Okay.
Oh boy. Ah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I got right now. What would you do?
Have I urinated
When you make
yet?
the noise, they all start like making noises back,
Okay.
but a lot more fiercer, like "Rah!" Getting all in your face on the cages and start like moving and shaking the side of it and scaring the hell out of you.
Are you sure I'm scared?
I'm pretty sure you're pretty scared. Want to roll? Let's check it. Let's make a
I
saving
would
throw.
like to.
Okay. We'll make a
It's a
wisdom
chance.
saving throw.
It
At
is.
disadvantage, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, that's
One's
an
an
11. Oh, here, I'll put that back
Yeah,
there.
add your
Oh,
modifier.
that was
Add your
11. Don't worry
modifier.
about it. Oh, okay. Well,
That's a 14. So
well,
the
that's 11.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add my modifier of wisdom.
Yep.
That's 15, 16.
16. You're not that afraid. You're really not.
See? Told you.
Yeah, you're pretty
Don't
good.
doubt me.
I'm not telling you.
And so
Make
I
it palatable.
now take my hands away.
Right?
Do any of them laugh?
No.
Okay, I just need to know, so
No.
I'm good.
That would
Start
affect
with
him.
it or
No.
I'm just saying, you know. And then
Make-
I'm trying to get louder than them.
Okay. And they start going to like hooting and hollering and all that. And then, okay. But let's do this. Let's
You
do a
should just
roll
be
off.
one of them.
So roll off, see who can get louder. You were the thing. I'm gonna roll at advantage, and you're gonna roll at disadvantage, because it's only one guy against like a couple hundred.
That's fine.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense. I guess.
Okay.
I guess.
See what I get here. We'll just do a straight roll off, unless you want to roll a modifier. Do you have an intimidation modifier? I have one too. Hold on. We found what mine is.
I do, actually, I do.
Which ones are these? These are
got one
these
of the
guys
20.
down.
I know.
You got a 20?
You
One of
got
them.
a 20, but he's at disadvantage.
Yeah, I
so
know.
The other one's at 7.
I have 12, sir.
12. No, they are not impressed with your noise at all.
would've been so
But you do know that
So
they
close.
start going a little bit crazier, and like now you become like the center of attention
Okay.
of what this whole thing was. And then the crowd goes silent.
I will stay
And
silent.
you can see from the back that starts parting, like the crowd of monkeys starts parting. As this other monkey, he's got some type of weird headdress, like feathers in the headdress. He's carrying a stick with a skull mounted on it, the skull of a goblin.
Okay.
And he comes up and he starts like dancing around, like moving around, like around your cage, and just kind of like looking around, like looking right at you, like in your eyes. And
That was
he
so
reaches into
intense.
like a little pouch, right? And he drops some bones on the ground. He starts looking at the bones.
I go over and I look at the bones too.
Okay, just some bones randomly dropped on the ground.
Randomly dropped on the ground.
You're not gonna do anything?
That's all I'm doing.
And you're just kind of staring at him.
Yeah.
Okay. He starts staring back at you.
Okay.
He looks down at the
blink.
bones.
I look at the bones. Ah! I do get scared, without a doubt, because I felt scared just then. So I will sit down in the middle of the cage.
Okay, and just kind of after he does that, you go sit down.
Yeah.
All right. So he starts looking over the bones, and another monkey comes up, and he has with him a piece of your armor.
Okay.
He also has a rock, and the rock looks like ore of iron,
Oh, wow.
and he produces both to you. He's like, whoo, whoo, whoo.
Okay. I will stand
Okay,
and I'll point out the ore.
okay. You recognize that as iron ore, like
I
a
do.
chunk of iron
Yes.
ore. Yes.
Dwarf.
Right, that's why.
Yes. Iron. Yeah, I say it.
You say iron.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it, nothing. They're just kind of watching, you know.
Armor.
And they mash them like you put them together, and they fall apart as two separate things, obviously, because you can't, swoosh them.
I can do that. Make iron armor. I'm smart.
While you're
you
there
sure?
grunting with the gorillas, are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Okay. The goblin seems more terrified of the gorillas than everything else. He's kind of backed into the corner, kind of shaking.
It's very sad.
It's his mother.
Could be.
You're so.
It could
I thought
be.
you liked creatures.
Animals, not goblins.
They then take the armor and pull it away. You will notice that the ones that do wear armor and stand guard, the armor looks old, and it looks like it's made out of like other suits of armor that have been kind of mashed together.
Right. Okay.
So it looks like they've pirated something to make this armor to fit themselves. They've used like vines or whatever they could to strap it together to put on them. Even their weapons, like they don't really brandish swords. They brandish like wooden spears with a stone tip on the end, things like that. So they're very primitive, but they do know that somehow this iron becomes this.
Right.
Right, and so
And that's what I
right, and they see
understood
that
as a
you're
soldier,
wearing this and you
right.
have these weapons, so they now obviously are looking for answers.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna be Tony Stark.
Dude, I want to join the gorilla people.
They're
Do
gonna-
you?
I want to make like a bunch of cool
Do ya?
things for them, and then they can worship me. Like a
Okay,
god.
you guys will get up the next morning. You other three will
That's
wake
what
up.
you should do.
Yes.
Kind of solemn or somber morning. A lot of people are very quiet. A little bit of talking like, did you hear about what happened last night?
That's all Lenny's do.
Right. They will say that there's going to be a town hall meeting later on in the morning, and everybody needs to attend. We need to discuss things that are going to help the settlement because obviously we didn't know there was intelligent guerrillas, and we need to figure out a way that we can defend against them from stealing more of our people. Because that's just not right, stealing people from a tribe of, settlers or anything like
You
that.
should have thought of that when we got here.
No, no.
Right. So you guys will get up. You'll go join the meeting. You'll see that it's held primarily by Trayton Storm. Again, Rylus is there, but some of the hunting party is not. The one thing that you will know is they're skinning a giant boar over for food, so it looks like they did succeed in getting some type of kill last night while the guerrillas attacked. And so obviously Trayton says, so everybody is aware of what had happened last night, and our newest arrivals helped fend off the guerrilla attack. Great job by Lilderoy
Well,
and Luna.
just doing my part. But what are we gonna do to get Rufus back? We need to go out there and get my friend.
We didn't even know there was intelligent guerrillas here. The other two that we had found just looked like regular apes that we were transporting back to Nothius. So we had no idea that they were armored and with weapons. So I don't even know if he's alive. We have no idea where we could even begin such a search.
They wouldn't have taken him if they planned to kill him.
He starts looking around the room, and he's like, "Has anybody seen where Dalius is? Dalius is supposed to be here. Anybody seen Dalius?"
No.
Remember who Dalius is?
He's the archaeologist.
Right. He was.
Yes.
Because he's like, maybe there were some signs, and
might have
so
been.
he's like, can you go make sure Dalius? Can we make sure and go check on Dalius? And he sends one person off, and they take off.
I made your coffee this morning.
So,
Nice chap.
what should we do?
He's like,
Well, we should go out there and find them. And when we find them, we will certainly find Rufus.
We have no idea where they are.
We can find them.
So you're volunteering to go on an expedition to go look for Rufus.
Yes, I am. I can go out there, and while I'm out there, I will also, I am an amateur spelunker and a A1 archaeologist. It'll be good. We'll
Doesn't
do
it seem
well.
like more of a job for a professional than an amateur?
Well, the spelunking, I don't think we will be going to a cave, but I am a master archaeologist, and I don't know if you know, but my spellcasting ability is just top notch.
You can roll a good deception check there.
27.
1.
8 plus 6, 14.
That's pretty good, though. Some people are buying it, and some others aren't quite buying your story.
This guy.
I totally.
Yes.
You give me a team, and we will go out there and we will find these apes. We will retrieve Rufus, and we will put a stop to this.
Rylus stands up. Go ahead.
I will go only if he's not in charge. He can go.
Well, we're thinking about putting Razor Law in
What?
charge.
Why?
He's not allowed to be in charge either.
Well, wait,
He's a master tracker, though.
But I helped you on the ship.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to be in charge.
Why not?
'Cause I don't want you to be in
But
charge.
I'm so very knowledgeable, and I can do all of these things, and I'm very good at it. I promise. I can lead this expedition and do it perfectly. Can I?
Let the bear woman lead.
2, so 8.
So now.
He's like Razor Law, but not as bad.
And look, I even have a hat.
Did you steal it?
No.
Stole
I
from
can take care
Josh.
of that.
Yes.
Rylus stands up, and he says, I don't think sending amateurs out to do a job on hunting would be a wise decision. I think we should let the hunting party rest, and instead of hunting for food this evening, we should go hunt for the sign of the guerrillas and try to track them back to where they were.
I'm amateur. That's it.
That's kind of what Rylus stands up and says. And Train says, that sounds like a better idea. Maybe we'll send the hunting party out to go
I
hunt
would
down your-
like to accompany them.
Well, maybe we'll see what's going on. We have other tasks that may
Yeah.
require your attention. Maybe we'll get some information from you pertaining to
Is the
Rufus.
same hunting party that was making fun of Razor Law?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Did Razor Law tell any of us this?
Of course not.
Okay.
he's too proud.
Right.
Of
course not.
I'd join them instantly.
They wanted to use him as bait.
Yeah.
So
like great
the
people.
other person stands up and goes, well, what if we made some type of we have that old bell from the ship. What if we used that and made some type of an alarm system on the bell tower, make some type of tower on the wall, so
mean a
we can,
tower with
whenever
a bell?
there's an issue, we can just ring the bell, whoever's on watch. So he's like, that's a great idea. You know, anybody else have any other good ideas like that we can help with the community?
I'm somewhere else.
All right. When he mentions that, the little gnome,
Beacons.
the architect gets a little. You can see he gets really angry, like when he says that, and he starts grumbling to himself. Who's got the higher passive here? I think. I know 14 will cover it, so Luna will pick it up. Yes.
The beacons.
Razor
are-
Law would have picked it up. So you'll kind of hear him grunting. He's like, man, they just want me to do everything around here. Build a wall, build an aqueduct. I got to look for a sewer. Got to, put in now a bell. He's like, man, I'm not going to get anything done. There's too much work to do and not enough time to do it. Oh, yeah, let's
Wait,
not
we're
forget,
building
we
a
can't go
wall?
around the tomb. We can't. And he just starts rattling off all these things on his list and just really getting, you can see he's really agitated and upset at this. And he's like not even really caring that somebody's missing at this point. He's just more pissed off because his workload just got like
I
increased.
like him.
Okay?
I'm gonna offer to help.
You're going to say something to him.
The
Yeah.
two short.
Okay, what are you going to say to him?
Building a
If you would
tower.
like some assistance, I can help. I may not be as good as you are, but I might be able to provide some assistance.
He's like, well, that would be much appreciated. And he says, how are you with building things?
I built my own hut and lived in the forest and had to make my own repairs.
That's fantastic. Are you good at milling lumber?
I don't know.
All right, moving on.
Do I overhear their conversation?
You're passive. Let me find you. There you are, Lenny, 13. Sure, you guys are speaking loud enough now. I'll buy
And
that.
I'm standing over by her, so I would be.
You're a 12. Yeah, I'll
I'm
give
gonna
it to you.
chime in and say, I'm a master builder.
Really?
I built my own home. Yeah.
On your own island, right?
Yeah.
Everything is
You can
awesome.
roll a deception check on that, by the way.
That's an 11.
Your own home.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very large.
Maybe we
Hi.
can use you.
I usually leave the lesser jobs like that to those who are better suited for it, but I've also built many things, many great things,
I've built bigger.
tremendous things even.
So you guys
Why
start having
haven't you
your own.
guys slapped him yet?
So you guys start having your own little conversations. You're taking over for James tonight, and you're taking over for Kayla. This is working, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, we need Caleb next.
No, we really don't.
I mean, I'll
There we
call
go.
her.
No, we don't need that either. No, you're doing great. Your imitation of Kayla is fantastic. Spot on. Anyway,
Though if we can't
you
find
guys
it,
are having your own little mini conversation in the back. And you hear Trayton finally say up, like, hey, we got other things going on here. Now Dalius is missing, so, we need to send people out. Did anybody see him in the middle of the night? We can't seem to find Dalius. And
he's the lead archaeologist.
he's the lead archaeologist, correct?
Well, in his stead, I'll have to take over his work. I can't help build anything.
The one person speaks up and says, I think he was going to make
Man, what a
another run
shame.
into that tomb that they had uncovered. So maybe we should send a team down into the
Tomb.
tomb to try to find Dalius. Maybe he's stuck in the tomb.
Party's been split.
So
What's in this
Wow.
tube?
we have a couple of things that we're going to get ready for. So you said you want to go on the hunting expedition to
I
go
heard
find
mention of a
Rufus.
tube.
Okay. And you said you want to help the architect. And now we have the
Ooh, a
tomb exploration.
That sounds much more
right.
To me.
advantageous.
Sounds
I
bad.
believe the tomb was where I'd
So
be
I'll let you
suited
guys
to
kind of
best.
discuss that and figure out which way you guys want to go as a group
think-
or a separate
I think
or
we
whatever
might-
you want to do.
I think
We'll
we
come
should
back to
stick
Tank.
together.
I think we should get together and go save
I think
Rufus.
Tank.
I don't know.
Rufus is
Rufus
next.
sounds more valuable.
So-
than
I think
you.
we should stick together and.
When
head
they
on
kind of
into
do
the
this
tomb.
and they kind of watch your reaction, they kind of toss the piece of iron, the rock. They don't give the armor to
that
you,
they can
Right.
and they
handle
kind of roll it
building
into the cage. And they're like, "Oh."
themselves. I think we're better suited in that tomb.
And the guy starts shaking his stick around and touches the metal.
Right. Do I see like a heavy rock anywhere?
not within the cage area, but there's rocks around the outside area that you could point to.
I'll look at one. I'll look at a good sized one that I can fit on my hand that looks heavy, and I'll point at that one, and I'll like.
How'd it go?
Now you're gonna make them.
All right, let's roll a 20-sided die.
Sure.
I just got to beat you with an intelligence check, okay? Meet or exceed.
I'm 11.
Okay. And what's your intelligence modifier?
0.
Okay, they're not quite grasping what you're saying.
Okay.
They're not quite getting it.
So I'm gonna. And there's nothing around me, just the dirt, right?
Right. There's like straw on the bottom of the cage. There's some foliage and plants around, obviously.
All right. So I'm gonna try to get the guy who came up with the two.
Right.
And I'm going to like look at him and be like, I'll point at the rock, and I'll smash it against the iron.
Okay.
And I'm using my fist, and I'm trying to point at the rock. And
Okay, make that same roll. Give you advantage on it.
it's an 11.
And you can see like the light bulb go off in his head, like he gets it. And like he runs over real quick and he grabs the stone and he brings it over and he rolls it and shoves it into your cage.
So I'll take it and I'll see if I can start smashing it. What happens to it if I like hit it?
You just start
nice
hitting
hard,
it?
yeah.
Okay, you see them all like look at what you're doing and like they're like, ooh, like watching what you're doing. And now you've gathered like more of a crowd are now watching and silence kind of falls over as they're watching what you're doing.
Has the iron cracked or is it getting like flat?
Well, as you start banging into it, slowly you'll start seeing where the wear mark is from the rock hitting it, but it's really slow process.
Right.
You know, banging a rock on a piece of iron. Right. You're just seeing marks where, but it does look like as you're banging the rock. Let's roll let's give you an intelligence check and try to see if you can make some type of like you're trying to craft, like make it go
Right.
the way you want it to.
Yeah.
So make an intelligence. Your difficulty will be a 15. So you want a 15 or higher on your basically intelligence saving throw.
It's a 4.
4, yeah. You're not really making anything but just hitting the rock into the thing, and that's kind of like they start kind of mimicking that with other rocks, and they're not really grasping what you're talking here.
I'm gonna try one more time, and in my head I'm gonna go, True Silver, please help me with this and make something that looks like armor, a shoulder pad, something. And I'm praying in my head.
Okay.
I want to try to get it that I can show them that I can build this.
Okay. Beat me on a die roll, and I'll give you advantage. Just a straight up beat. You got to beat me
Okay.
on a die roll.
You're gonna need a really good miracle.
Yeah, I know.
So roll a 15.
Awesome. I have a 20.
All right. So therefore, you get advantage on this die roll. So you can try to teach them again with your intelligence thing, and you get advantage on that roll.
Thanks, True Silver. 19.
19, that's good. So you start actually banging the rock and make a little bit of a smoother surface, so it
Right.
looks like it's smoothing out in that one area. And they're like, you can see understanding. Like they're
And then
like, ooh,
I would take it, I'm just going to put it on my shoulder and look at them.
ooh.
Whatever.
What?
Wow.
Right? It's horrible.
Puts
Right?
the rock on his head.
So they
Better
do have
armor
some
than
type
they
of
have.
understanding as to what you're doing, and
Right.
they start, hitting it. And so then the one that produced the armor to you, he like calls over some of the others, and they run, and a couple of them come back with some more little minor pieces of iron, and they start mimicking exactly
Okay.
what you're doing. So good. Now you're teaching the enemy how to make weapons. Fantastic. Good job. Thank you, sir.
Now you just need
Keeps
to make
me alive?
Now you just need to make yourself an Iron Man suit.
That's what I'm
Bust
working
out.
on. That's what I am working on.
Mach 1.
The Goblin's gonna help you build the suit.
Right, he's going to get me the battery.
It's all working here.
It's the Mark 1.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to do that.
Fantastic. All right. So what did you guys decide?
I think we're going to go into the tomb.
Okay. You guys like the tomb idea?
I'll tell the guys, like, I want to help you, but I'm being pulled towards this, and I apologize.
So it gets all stuff I've heard before. That's everybody's excuse. Go do what you got to do.
I can't think of anything. I feel bad now.
So he looks a little more pissed off, and he just kind of, goes off to it and stumbles away. And
I'm gonna tell him
gnomes.
that everything that he's done so
trust
far
him.
has been
As far as you can throw.
A+, top notch. Everything looks perfect. The corners are 100%. They're perfect, and everything just looks great.
the meeting starts breaking up as the gnome storms off. You will see Trayton start talking more to Rylus. directly, and you can see he's talking, brought one of his other hunters over, and they start discussing ideas. They're kind of off to the one side. Other people, of course, marry on their way. Some people go down to the bathhouse, other people, because it is morning, obviously, and they start beginning their morning tasks, relieving the night watch that was left over, things like that. You guys, who's the person that's going to guide you? I have that name here. Give me a second. It is
Dun, 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 dun.
dun, 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 Lenore. She is a tiefling as well. And when you go into the office there of Dalius, where you saw the giant skeleton still laid out on the table, she's there and she looks really worried and she's pacing back and forth as you guys walk in, all three of you.
I'm gonna. What was her name? Lenore.
Her name is Lenore.
Lenore, we've been sent. We're going to go into the tomb to find Dalius.
She's like, I know he went in there last night and he hasn't come back out since that I know of. He never made it back to his bed.
Well, that's what they've sent us to do, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to find him.
What's
Don't
in this
worry.
She says,
And
well, she goes, well, he's
is
only
she-
been down there once before, and all they did is they just uncovered the bones. She goes, what's his
These
name
are
here?
fascinating bones.
She says Wizzle and his crew were building a wall, and when they dug the hole, one of them fell in, I guess, and she said that they came and got us, and we came and found this tomb. Only Dalius has been down there, and he just was the only one that helped pull the skeleton up, and there's the remains right there.
These are fascinating, by the way.
They are giant size, like I said. That's a skeleton, probably looks like a roughly 10 to 12 feet in length.
I'm gonna just make up a name. These are Gigantus humanus remains, obviously, and they're from the Pramantic period.
Would you agree, Lenny?
10,000 years
I'd like
ago.
to see if he's full of crap or
Sure.
not. So, insight.
I'm gonna roll my deception.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, you believe
That would be
every-
24.
All right, so I don't think he's full of crap.
Right? You think he?
Oh, man.
Yes, and
You actually think he knows exactly what he's talking about?
Do, whatever these things are that you just said.
Yes.
Do they have treasures in there too?
oh well, they were known to they liked shiny objects, and they would keep them, and they often slept on top of them. It was very weird.
I see.
Yes.
So, why are we waiting here and not looking for that? Who's missing?
Is she for a tiefling, obviously, but they still have humanoid features? Is she comely?
Yes.
Oh, well then, obviously, don't worry. I'm going to comfort her. Like I'm going to put my hand on her back and like rub it. Just be like, we will find her, and I flip my hair a little bit at the same time. And,
Okay.
He brims the edge of her tail.
and we will find
My
him.
lady.
You rest assured.
Nice. You gonna do anything inside of here? Or are you guys gonna continue on?
Is there anything?
There's just the bones.
Just the
I
bones.
did a
Okay.
minor illusion and mess up his hair.
I'm gonna. I don't know. I can't see it. So
She can.
yeah.
I don't care.
Let me check here.
Oh,
Give him, like,
You have a
cornrows or
14. She has a.
I just want to make sure she doesn't fall for his.
Should have like minor illusion, like
He's
boogers coming out
sneezing.
of his nose or something.
She starts laughing.
Poor thing. She's besides
She
herself
kind of
with
snickers.
worry.
She's like, I'm sorry. It must be that I'm tired by waiting up all
Yes.
night for my husband.
It's okay.
They gave him that cartoon snot bubble.
So like I said, there's still the giant skeleton bones there. You gonna do anything else there? Or are you just gonna
No,
start heading and have her escort you to the where the
Yes, please,
where
show
the entrance
us
to
where
tomb-
the
to
tomb is.
All right, so you guys leave. You go out
we
through the
gotta
front
find what's
gate.
his name. Yes.
You bank over, kind of in the area where you guys were standing watch, but it's more
in
out
the
into the jungle a little bit, and you kind of see where they've brought the wall partially up and then kind of stopped building the wall. They started digging like a little bit of a trench, and then they have that section now roped off with obviously rope. And on the back side of that is where you can see where they uncovered part of a graveyard back in there behind it. She approaches up to where the hole is in the ground, and it's big enough for two people to go down in the hole, lowered by ropes. And it looks like they had a makeshift, rope system to bring stuff up and down, and one person to get into the hole.
Are there
When,
any animals nearby?
yeah, there's actually a lot. It's by the way, it's daytime. It's
I'm gonna use
Still
speak
too
with
early for this
animals.
crap.
Find
Right.
one and see
it's
if
about
they-
9 in the morning.
Yeah, it's still
see
too
if
early.
They found any human or seen any humanoids come this way.
So you're going to do speak with animals, and you're going to try to see if they've seen any humanoids this way. All right. You will understand from several different ones, you'll hear them say something, yes, there's been lots of humanoids in the area over the course of the evening.
Okay, that's super helpful. Can they differentiate people?
No, they just know
hope
of people.
I don't share this with anybody. I
Of
was
course
just
not.
curious.
They
just hear me
they
talking.
do know the difference, though, between people and gorillas, because gorillas are animals.
Have there been any gorillas nearby?
Yes, them too.
Awesome. Recently?
Yes, them too.
Damn it.
Carrying a small man.
Were they carrying somebody?
No,
I wasn't going to say that.
no, not in this area.
Okay. You know where?
No.
Okay.
Like 5 feet to the
done.
left.
Do we know anywhere
Okay.
where they might be gathering the gorillas?
Are you talking to gorillas?
No.
Or is she doing this to
Like an
herself?
ape
So she starts
convention.
making these weird, like, animal noises and chirps and whatever else, other noises that she's making, and
There have been humanoids nearby as well as gorillas. Unfortunately, the animals say that they were not carrying anybody.
Ah. Do they know of any gathering of the gorillas, maybe?
I asked.
It's at ApeCon. Didn't you know? It's down the road.
It's like Santa
Is there
Con.
an ape convention
The flyers
nearby?
have been everywhere.
you will
Never
know that
said
they're
people.
native and they're all over this island.
They're everywhere on the island.
All right then. They're everywhere, and you've
They've only been here for about a year.
and
building
they
this
haven't
thing.
ran into them yet.
No, they've obviously ran into two. They captured them.
This is. They're not very good hunters, apparently.
No.
All right.
Or they're really good hiders.
Yeah, that too. All right.
All right, so you have this big hole, and as you look down into the hole, it looks like it's right over this giant stone, makeshift stone slab.
Yeah.
The stones look kind of weird from the shadows. They have, you can't really tell what they are, but they look like they're bigger boulders.
Yeah.
They're not grayish
Obviously,
rock.
this is the burial
They-
chamber of a Humanus gigantus. Obviously from the Pedentic period.
And it looks like the drop is
giant
easily about
bones
50 or
that
60
way.
feet
Yes.
before you hit the ground floor.
Does it look like anyone set up any torches down there, or is it just
No.
the sunlight?
I'm going to
No,
light
just
a
the
torch
sunlight.
and drop it down the hole
Okay.
onto the altar.
Okay.
I'm going to start securing a rope.
When you
Put
drop
down
it
the
down there and it
hole.
hits the altar, it looks like a pile of skulls, of giant skulls.
Ah, well, that's interesting. I've never seen one of them do that before. Well, I'm going to get down there and check it out, and I'm going to secure the rope.
Okay, roll a 20-sided die, add your intelligence modifier to that, and we'll see how secure that rope really is.
All right. 21.
21. You feel confident that that's a nice knot that you tied in that rope,
I still let him go first.
and you're going to let him go first.
Yep.
I don't trust him.
What about you, Lenny? He seems to be good at ropes. He knows all about giants.
If he can
He's very
handle it,
quiet
that's what he
for.
can handle it.
Well, I mean, he seems to know what he's doing, and there's skulls down there. I'm gonna let him go first, just in case there's anything not.
So you didn't want him leading the
Unskulled
way,
down
but you
there.
let him go first.
Yeah, well,
Well,
don't
if the
worry.
rope falls, I will have something to land on.
So I'm going to climb down.
That's a good point. That's logic. So you're going to climb down.
Yeah.
All right, make a climb check. Actually, make 2 for me. Oh no, 3. It's 50 feet. Yeah.
Should just jump on it.
Yeah, if I don't hear
So,
blood curdling
what's
screams when he
a-
gets
It's
to the
gonna be,
bottom,
under
then
But if
athletics.
the rope can handle his weight, then the rope can handle my weight.
So one of them was a 1.
Okay.
So you fell.
Since we don't know which one it is, I have a D3 right here.
Sorry.
So this will be the first 10 feet, or yeah, first 10 feet,
First,
second, and
third.
third.
Okay.
All right.
You
All right,
better-
the other-
You want the third because
Okay.
the lower you roll,
Then
the
I have
higher
an-
up you are before you fall.
Then I have an 8 and an 18.
Well, they might not matter.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see where that was.
One.
3.
Okay, 3. So you're on the bottom part of it. So you're only going to fall 10 feet. So roll a d6,
Okay.
and then take that much damage. There you go. So you kind of go down the rope, and then at the very end, you kind of let go a little too soon or
Yeah.
prematurely, and you fall onto the bones. You take a point of damage.
Never had that problem
Fun
before.
All right, so you make it down.
Yes. I'm going to pick up the torch and start looking around.
Okay, the chamber looks pretty big. It looks like it's to be about roughly 100 or so feet. You can see little side passages that go off in 2 different directions. And everything in this chamber shows, obviously, the pile of skulls. And you see this symbol kind of painted on the rock walls.
Like an eye.
Yes, kind of looks like that.
All right.
It's an alien.
Okay?
Interesting.
So do I see that he safely made it down?
He made it down. Yes, it looks like he didn't
Kind of safely.
quite make it safely, but yes.
I'd like to use the same rope that he used.
So you're gonna let him go down before you? You have no problem with that? All right.
So you need 3 rolls, you said?
Yeah, you might want to do them one at a time. This way we
Yeah, I
know where they
That
are.
would be
Okay.
smart of me.
The first one is, am I adding anything?
Your athletics. Unless it's a 1, and then it doesn't
Can I
matter.
use acrobatics?
It's your athletics.
What if I'm going down fancily?
You see my picture?
Swinging about.
Fancily.
Acrobatics, right?
It's athletics.
A 7.
Okay, a 7 is good enough for the first 10 feet.
All right.
Because you have a rope. You're
Yeah.
going down pretty good.
Nat 20 on the next one.
You make it down the other 2, fine, no problem. Gracefully,
Okay.
you slide right down. Kind of put him to shame the way you land and
I'm
execute
just going to
your
look at him
landing.
and go,
I had my hands started to sweat as we got down. I'm so excited.
that's nice.
Right, and you'll see that
I'll
symbol.
take a look around.
You'll see, again, it's very primitive, and you'll see it all along the walls.
Is it
around
chiseled into
chamber.
the stone, or
Yes.
is it?
What
Okay.
it means,
Yes.
or
I'll go down.
what it's called.
And you're going to do it, same thing.
Oh, I'm going to look for shinies. He said there were shinies down here.
They would keep them in a singular chamber usually in their
Oh,
tombs.
that's not
Scoot
good.
that a little forward there.
That's not good.
Another 8.
You're making it. And you're good. Okay. So you slide right down the rope. Again, the same thing. You fall onto the pile of bones. It looks like the whole floor of this place is littered in bones.
Are they all
So no
different?
They're all
Shinies.
dried up, and they're all various sizes. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller.
This is a welcoming environment.
So no shinies like I was told.
Not yet.
Well, define shiny.
Well, skulls are not shiny.
Well, that might be somebody else's shiny.
There's-
So they
there-
might prize skulls.
There's definitely other chambers that could be around that might have collapsed, but they would keep them in one singular chamber there.
As he's talking, I'm going to look around for a door.
For a door?
Yeah.
There's no doors. There's just hallways, like chambers, that go into further 2 different
Can I
directions.
roll
So you
survival
do not
to
find-
see
Hopefully no one else has
which
pilfered
way
this
the
tomb
archaeologist went.
Yes, absolutely.
prior to our.
Plan B is in works.
What?
14.
From your appearance, it only looks like they've only been really around this altar. Like it looks like the bones have been kind of pushed aside a little bit so that people can get around it, and you can see where there's evidence from when they tied stuff off to raise it back up.
Okay.
I'm going to take out the torch. Light it real quick.
Okay, so there's 2 torches. There's one on the ground, and then there's the one that you now have lit, and you can look around the chamber. So it lights up more. You see more of these symbols, and you see other, if you will, like crude markings. They look more like almost like scratch marks along the wall, but they're in various patterns. Like you'll see, 3 this way, then you'll go down, you'll see 3 the other way, and they seem to be put there purposely, not just randomly stuck out there.
That doesn't look like shiny. How many hallways are there?
There's 2 different corridors that continue down.
All right, I'm going to take out a gold coin.
Okay,
I'm going to chuck it down one of the hallways. Random hallway, don't care.
random hallway, don't care. Okay,
And I'm going to listen. Do I hear any movement from anything else other than the coin?
no.
I'll tell you what, though, there's a shiny at the end of that corridor.
I know, I have to go pick up that shiny.
Is anyone coming with us, or is it just the 3 of us?
Just the 3 of you.
All right.
She's up top. She goes, I'll watch the rope and make sure nothing happens from up here. Please let me know if you find my husband.
Yes.
Did you make it down okay?
Yeah, we're terrific. Don't worry. We'll get him. I'll get him back to you.
Thank you.
And it echoes throughout the entire.
Yes.
All right,
I'm
Tank.
gonna-
Hey, let's go to you for a little bit.
Yeah.
These guys have now made it into the tomb of the giant. All right, you're in a cage, smashing rocks with monkeys.
What
Yes.
a great life.
What a great
Smashing
life.
rocks
All
with
right,
monkeys.
naked,
I'm
That should be a
alive.
band
smashing
name.
rocks. Let's not forget
I'm
that.
alive.
That should be a band name.
How
Smashing
exciting.
Rocks with monkeys.
How utterly exciting.
I'm totally alive, though.
All right, yeah, you are. You
That's
are.
all I care about right now.
All right. So they all start kind of mimicking, like I said, they're all mimicking kind of what you were doing with the rock. Some of them are making like a little bit of progress, and you can see them now like really beginning to like think and sculpt. You gonna do anything else, or just kind of sit there with them, or?
So it looks like they're all doing their own little thing. I mean, they're still paying attention to me, but they're paying attention to what they're doing.
Yes.
I'll
The
try
guards are vigilant. Like
Oh, they're looking right at
the
me.
guards are vigilant.
That's fine.
They're more kind of guarding the area. Like they look over at you every once in a while, and they look forward.
I would like to look towards the goblin.
Okay.
Goblin's still scared in the
Yeah,
corner.
he's like sitting in the corner, shaking.
I'll give it a go, and I'll look over, and I'll go, hey.
So,
And you see this goblin over there shaking.
Right. I keep looking around. Do I see daylight?
Yes, it is daylight.
So I see an opening then.
Yes, you're you're not inside.
Okay.
You're outside.
Oh,
you're
it's
still
totally
outside.
outside. Oh.
Right.
Oh, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, we were checking.
Chief still doing his little weird thing
Yes.
and still staring at me.
Well, no, he's just kind of staring around, and he's more fascinated in the rock now. And you see, like, as they mash the rock, he walks up and he puts, like, the staff onto the rock, and he touches each of the rocks.
Okay.
So when you look out, let me describe the village a little bit more. It looks like they've made some makeshift huts, almost like tiki huts. Mostly everything they've done is crafting out of wood. And
Do you have a visual?
It looks more like they've taken, not yet.
Oh, okay.
But soon. Actually, I do. I'm just not showing it to
Oh,
you
that's
yet.
so sad.
It looks like they've taken the natural surroundings and they've like used vine as rope to tie things off. They've taken like logs that are approximately the same size, and they've managed to put them together to make walls and roofs. It doesn't look like they've used any type of sharp instruments, but the spears that they've used out of the stones. It doesn't look like they've. There's no set pattern to the buildings, so it's not like they have the same structural design within each one that you see. The village looks small and scattered. It doesn't look like this huge community, at least from the section that you've seen. It smells pretty awful in the area that you're at.
I'm used to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hit the rock in a way where it sort of chips off.
Okay.
Think of a longer arrowhead.
Okay.
That's what I would like to try to make for myself without being noticed.
Okay, so let's roll a stealth check on that.
Sure. Oh, let's turn this over. I'm working on that. 19.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to get something off that's looks pretty small, and you seem to looks like you secure it pretty good.
So what I would like to do is like just I would be on my knees and I would just tuck it underneath so it's not visible or anything like that, and I would continue hammering on this iron.
Okay.
Shank someone.
So you've got a couple people kind of, or a couple of these grillers are now kind of watching you, right? And others are bringing up their spears and they're showing like where they've kind of done the same type of thing.
Right.
You know, like they've tried this, but it doesn't look like it's not molding to the way that they want it to for some reason. It's not.
I'm actually really taken back too because this is a huge thing. I've never seen animals act or think or anything like
Right.
this, you know. So, other than that, I'm going to push the rock and the iron towards the front of the gate, like where they gave it to me,
Right.
so they can see I don't want it anymore.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start very silently praying to myself, trying to figure out what is my next best move.
Okay, so you push the rock back. They obviously take it. They start now as a community. They start all getting together. They go back into like their dancing thing, and they're like very happy. They seem like very proud of themselves.
what I wanted.
At the moment. And of course the guards are watching you.
That's fine.
And the witch doctor type guy, he takes off and kind of does his own thing. What is your passive on that?
13.
You are a 13, so you will see this as well. When they kind of go back about their business and you are looking around the encampment a little bit more, you'll see this symbol painted on some of the huts.
Okay, got it. Sounds great.
Just figured you'd want to know that.
Yeah, no, that's great. And then as I pray, I will be looking at almost everything I can, trying to pick up on movement of like how they look at each other. Obviously, I'm not trying to understand the language, but they use a lot of their body, I'm going to assume, so I'm going to try to see what I can learn, like positive, negative, yeses, nos, things like that. General
Okay,
ideas.
got it.
And that's what I'll be doing.
All right, back to you guys.
Back to us.
So we'll start with you, Tom, and work our way this way. So last thing Lucky Lenny did is he lit his torch after throwing the coin, or lit his torch and then threw the coin down one of the corridors. It sounded like it definitely didn't impact stone. It impacted onto like bones again. You'll hear the bones like they're scattered all over this place.
Okay.
Good sign.
Great sign, right? And
I'm gonna head down that hallway.
the same passageway that he was down.
Yep, and I'm gonna just cautiously go down the hallway.
Do me a favor, roll a d6, odd or even, so I know which one you're going down. Because you said randomly throw it down one.
6.
Okay. All right. Got it. I'll put you here.
You ever see 13th Warrior? That's what I'm
All right. It looks like it's as you continue down, again, you're only using the torchlight. The whole area is littered with bones. The area that you're walking in doesn't seem like it's had anybody down that in a while.
There's no footprints or anything on the
Well,
ground?
it's not really footprints because
Oh,
it's
right,
more
right,
like
right.
you're walking on bones, but the bones don't look like they've been disturbed. They crunch more as you get further away from that central altar section. When you get into where the hallway turns into it, it looks like it's roughly hewn from the stone, like it was a natural cave at some point, but now it looks like some people have actually carved it out at some whenever. You'll notice that. And as that starts going down into the hallway, the bones start traipsing off into the actual rock.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to do an investigation and
Okay.
just to see if there's been anyone other than us down there for the character's sake. You know, I know
Okay.
you narrative, but I want to. So 11 plus 5, so 16.
16. Not that you can tell.
All right. I don't think he would have came this way, so maybe we should check the other tunnel.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to look around the altar and investigate around that.
Okay, so you're gonna stay on the altar. You can roll an investigation check on the altar.
So I'm gonna head back that way.
Okay.
14.
14. The altar looks like it's been thoroughly checked over. You'll see again on the sides of it that eye symbol a lot smaller around the side of the altar. This area looks like it's been cleaned off. So it looks like somebody's been working here at some point, checking everything they can about the altar.
And I can't tell where they looked or anything.
The whole area looks like it's almost like they've been cataloging each piece. Like they take a little section and you can kind of see where they've been working. They clean the entire piece off as best as they can. You can see like little leftover bottles and jars where they're collecting like dirt. Some of the bones are still in there.
Can I understand the pattern that they were doing it? Because I'm assuming it's like left to right or something. And
Gotcha. You can make an intelligence check on that.
Sure.
It's an 11, I think.
yeah, 17.
17. So yeah, it looks like you can definitely pick up a pattern of where it's almost like he gridded the one section out and started like working this way and then coming down this way and then kind of moved around and did the same thing on the other side.
Can I poke the last spot he was looking at? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Maybe,
Yeah.
like, I figure there might be a button or something.
Okay, it's like I said, it's more like it's like a pile of, these are actual giant skulls and they look like they're purposely stacked to make this altar that it sat upon. The areas that are in there, like the skulls are arranged so that the faces are all facing out all the way around it, and somewhere's on them, like on the skulls, where you'll see that eye symbol painted or carved into the skull, even in some cases. So again, he's basically cataloged each skull, kind of going in, moving around. You can see he's kind of put inside the skulls, things like that. So
Nothing happens if I poke
nothing
a skull.
happens.
Okay.
Okay, lucky Lenny.
I'd like to go find my coin down the hallway.
Last thing I'll mention is that I noticed that nobody went down the other hallway either.
Correct.
So I mentioned that to them
Oh,
so they
okay.
don't waste their time.
All right.
Okay.
I'd like to go find my coin down the hallway.
Okay. So you kind of pass Lilderoy as you head down because you don't see the coin there. It looks like it rolled down the hallway a little bit further.
All right, well, I'm going to keep going down the
Okay.
hallway.
Well, if he's going, I'm not going to let him go by himself.
You're going to go with them?
Yeah, I'm not going to let him go by himself.
Okay. As you start going into the area, you start seeing there's more like fungus along the walls. There's like moss growing. Some of the roots from up above are coming into the tomb at some points. The tomb looks like it's very, very, very old. Been here for a very long time.
The pedantic period, obviously.
Yes. Something moves. It looks like it floats. The spherical thing looks like it floats up ahead in the hallway. It looks like it's about, maybe about yay big or so, and it looks like it just kind of floats up.
Is it just floating in that
Well,
one
you can't really
spot?
tell. It's kind of because you got a torch. You know what I'm saying? You can't really tell from where you're at, but you just kind of see this thing. Kind of, something's moving back there, and it's very, very silent. It smells pretty bad in this area too. And your coin's just ahead a little bit further.
Yeah, that coin's not that important to me anymore. I'm just going to like backtrace a couple feet.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure he's in front of me.
Hey, you want to leave, man?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
going to say, hey, look, there's a thing over there.
It's like the singing Ghostbusters.
do I know? Can I
Your passive will pick that up too.
can I identify it maybe, or
You'd have to get a little closer.
I'm going to nudge him on the
gonna-
back and say, go check it out.
I'm gonna toss the
archaeologist?
torch down the hallway toward it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Wait, you picked up your torch.
Yeah, I had the torch. Yeah.
You're a gnome, you can see him.
What's your strength?
It's like we just left you.
-1.
So you can't throw that far, is what you're telling me.
No, probably not.
Okay, that's what I need to know. So make an athletics check for me.
But I'm dexterous, but isn't that what you use on ranged attacks?
Yeah.
Well, you're not really proficient with a torch throw either.
That's true.
And you're not really attacking, you're just
dice is
tossing.
still-
So what do we want to just roll a d20?
Yeah, just roll a d20.
12.
And add your athletics to that.
Athletics?
Yes.
11.
Yes, what you see is it looks like the remains of something on the ground up ahead where you throw the torch and it lands.
Yeah.
And up above it, you see this thing that looks like a giant ball with a central eye and a bunch of like stalks coming off of it.
Okay.
Okay?
Is it like moving and stuff?
Yes. Yeah, yes.
You know, beauty.
And I'm just going to say, hello!
And it looks like it's kind of moving a little bit in your direction, kind of slowly.
I'm going to keep stepping back toward the central chamber
You know, beauty is in the eye, right?
of the beholder.
Oh,
Beauty is in the sunlight back on the
So
surface.
you're going to back up a little bit?
Yeah, I'm going to back up a little bit.
Okay.
of course they have that guardian. Oh boy.
Do me a favor, roll a, just roll a d20 for me.
I'll see you
4.
guys soon.
Add your intelligence or make a nature check. I'll let all three of you make the nature, or you two make the nature check because you're not
7.
there. Right.
Did a nature check.
A 7?
7.
I got a 6.
Yeah, you have no idea what this is. Right? You can't really tell. It could be some type of weird plant life that's down there.
It's obviously...
It's pretty inquisitive since you're in this new territory and you know so much
phobid.
about giant.
It's a phobos. It's obviously a phobos.
A phobos.
I
A
don't
phobos.
A phobos.
I've never seen one not in the textbooks.
So you're hearing this obviously while you're checking out the skulls.
Is he saying that? Can I
yeah, he's
stealthily like double move back towards
Well,
the
aren't you
rope?
going to be curious and like try to outwit him and know that is that really a phobos? Come on, you did it with the
I know it's
with the
probably
giant class.
bad.
Huh?
I know it's probably bad if nothing's been down here in a long time.
Well, it might be just a plant, man.
I'm not. Lucky Lenny doesn't care about plants. He cares about shinies.
No,
That's
maybe
not a
that's the
shiny.
way to the shinies.
It is.
Yeah, well, the shinies aren't worth it
There
anymore.
is. There's a shiny on the floor right down in front of it. It's a coin from you.
I never threw a coin.
Can I,
You hear these guys a little hesitant and they're like, and he's like, it's a phobos. It's. I never thought I'd see one before. And
I roll my eyes.
okay.
Can I recognize from the symbol at all that it looks like the creature? Would I recognize it?
You're not at where this thing is that you see down. They're the only ones that are close enough to discern kind of what it is because you're still back at the altar, but you hear them talking about something down there. So if you want to go down and investigate, by all means.
Okay, I'll go far enough to actually see it.
Okay, you see Lenny
'Cause
starting
I
backing
can
up a
see
little
60
bit.
feet
I'm also backing
in
up.
the dark.
Okay.
But there's
It looks like it's kind of just staying there.
So I can do a nature check now
Sure.
and break something. 10.
10. You can't really tell, but from the looks of it, it's just something that's floating there. It's
a
not
phobos.
really. It's a phobos, I guess. If you want to roll a deception check there, and they can pick it up on their insight, see if it's full.
18.
Yeah, I believe it's a phobos.
Yes.
Without a doubt, he is not lying. That
Do you
is
know
a
what a
phobos.
phobos about?
No, but
No, but it is.
I wish.
It's definitely a
I wish you would
phobos. You guys
explain
both
if a
think it's a
phobos
phobos. Of course it is.
Obviously.
Right.
Explain
I'm
it.
gonna ask him if a phobos is deadly at all.
They've been known to attack. They
Very
have.
cool. So I'm gonna
And
keep
again, this
backing
thing's
up.
just kind of sitting there. It's not really doing anything.
I'm gonna
Continue towards that rope.
Milk it. Milk it. Milk it.
I'm gonna minor illusion next to it.
Okay.
Just like a human.
Okay.
Generic human
Another phobos.
Okay.
standing next to it.
Okay, you guys, roll a d20, both of you, please. So you see him say something with your spell there to say it, or
Oh, I'm sorry.
Man, I'm
if there's a
doing
verbal, it's not to be a
awesome
verbal.
on rolls today.
Lumen.
Lumen, what did you get?
I got an 8 on dice.
Okay. Add your what is that?
Intelligence.
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah, you too.
Intelligence, you said?
Yep.
15.
So you'll see
No
this,
weapons.
Right, you won't see this. You'll know clearly that it's an illusion, but you'll see this human like appear like right next to this thing.
No weapons.
No
just
weapons. Just it looks like it's just standing there
With his hand raised like this.
with his hand raised like that.
More like in front of the phobos.
Yeah, right and standing like right now.
Diamond in his hand.
Okay. So now there's people popping up out of nowhere. I definitely don't want to be down here anymore.
So
There's all these bones. It's dark down here.
and there's
Do
a
I know
Phobos
that-
right there.
Do I know he likes
Right?
my
And he just said phobuses are known to attack.
He just said something about shinies. What you take out of that is on you.
the guy's gonna have
And there's a coin right next to that Phobos.
the guy's gonna have a satchel, and hanging out of the satchel will be like a necklace with a ruby on it.
See, Lucky Lenny like shinies, but he's not dumb. All right.
And it's gonna look like the satchel's gonna look packed, like it's full.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, hey, you go take care of that Phobos.
What is it? Does it react? The thing?
Well, you don't really have a weakness. What are your like? Let's read your character's weaknesses, shall I?
My weakness.
Yeah, let's see your like your bond and your ideals and all that. You don't have to say them out loud if you want to keep them or remain them. I'll take a look at those.
Or
I will go
does,
after money.
No,
doesn't
it's
matter
fine. I don't have to
about-
worry
Does the
about it.
Phobos react at all, or?
My flaw has nothing to do with it. I'm perfectly fine with this. I have no
What?
issues leaving
Does
them
what?
down here.
Does the monster or whatever it is? Does it react to the?
It's just I just described what it's just sitting there. It's not
Even
doing
with
anything.
the guy
I have
stance?
to
It's just
leave
sitting
and
right
leave
there.
them
That's
down
all it's
here.
doing.
All right.
I cannot believe your illusion.
Can I? I'm going to.
The chamber does go on beyond that, by the way.
Yes.
And there's like a looks like the bones of something.
How
on the
close
ground
is
there.
my torch to it?
It's within 10 feet.
All right. I'm gonna use control flames and make the flame jump right next to it.
Okay.
So I just yell "Fuego" and the flame jumps.
Okay, and you still see that thing just kind of floating right there.
All right. I'm gonna do it again, and then this time jump it into the same spot as the creature,
Okay, it's not really. It looks like it's just floating in the air.
above the fire,
Like yeah, like above the fire.
You should
and it
hit
doesn't
it.
do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
You should hit it.
I'm gonna use
Maybe
chill
it's not
touch on
really
it and
there.
grab it with the hand.
Maybe
Okay.
it's a fake Phobos.
It's not a real Phobos.
And as
it's
I
a
tell
fake
him that,
Phobos.
I want to move closer to the rope.
So you're going to back up a little bit. He's going to control the
No,
flame.
no,
You're right
a
next
lot
to
of
him.
it, because I want to go towards the rope.
A lot of it.
Because you're scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use chill touch.
Good.
Okay, we're attacking.
I rolled a
How would
one.
you feel if you were
A
just in
one.
A one.
And there's
Okay,
a
so
lot of
so
skulls,
nothing happens there.
And there's a thing floating.
I stumbled. I stuttered when I said I said the words. I guess.
Yes. Yes. The flame actually comes back towards you.
Oh no.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Say,
20. Not on die. So 14 plus 6.
Okay. I would
hit.
like you and Luna both to make a Constitution saving throw real quick.
good thing we're going towards that rope.
Yeah.
18 plus 2. 20. No, plus 1.
Okay.
Oh no, saving throws. I have my thing. So 21.
Okay.
19.
19. Okay. When the flame hits it, this thing explodes
Okay.
and goes like everywhere.
All right.
Like this big gas cloud just bellows out from it.
Like, is it near us?
Yeah, it goes like all over the place.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so that's what a Phobos does.
It explodes.
Yeah. It's like an underground landmine.
Oh, this is of the gaseous variety. I've never seen one of
That's
these.
it.
I've only seen the
I roll inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
aquatic phobuses.
they blow up in water.
16.
They release liquid. I was
It's kinda
expecting it to
iffy
put
on
the
this
flame
story,
out,
like,
but
you believe that it's still maybe called a Phobos, but there's something not right about this story that he's selling.
Oh, crap.
no.
No.
So, all right. Can we breathe? Are we okay?
Yeah, you're fine. It just
All right.
explodes and
And it's not there anymore.
that's it. It's not there.
I'm
I
not
call
there.
back
So
to
I'm
Lenny.
going to say
The
we should
Phobos
probably
is dead now.
we should go and
Oh, okay.
inspect. We should go and inspect the rest
You're
of the.
at the rope, ready to climb it.
Right, I've got my
Scared.
hand on the
Tomb.
rope just in case.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna suggest that she leads the way since she can see better than the rest of us.
Yeah, the squishy thing.
Is the human still there?
Yeah, well, you could turn into a bear.
Oh, true. Am I like the least squishy you've ever been?
No, we're
You're
all
the
squishy.
tank.
You're the
Well, I
tank.
do
you're
have
the
a
tank.
14 strength and
Yeah.
constitution.
Yeah, you're the tank. So I'm going to suggest that you lead the way.
So the Phobos is gone?
The Phobos is indeed gone. I vanquished it.
Oh, okay, we're cool. I'm gonna follow them.
I love you, Tom.
So that you can add that to your resume there.
That you've killed the
Slayer of-
Phobos.
Slayer of the Phobos.
The deadly Phobos.
The gaseous
I can't wait
Gaseous
till,
Phobos.
I hope he tells the hunters
Okay.
back at the place that he killed the
I'll
Phobos.
walk forward.
You're gonna head forward then and go down
Sure.
go down.
I know that I'm bullshitting.
Sure.
I don't believe my own bullshit.
That's awesome.
All right, I'll tell
We're gonna jump
everyone
over to
back
tank
in.
again real quick.
Yes.
So as you're kind of awake throughout the day, they will offer you a small bowl of looks like bugs. And so a little bit of water, and the bugs are still alive, crawling around in there, and you see them
protein.
start eating some of the bugs.
I eat it.
You're gonna eat one of the bugs? Okay. Roll a Constitution saving throw with advantage, by the way,
Thank you, I appreciate it.
because you are a dwarf.
If you didn't get hungry during that scene in The Lion King, when they're all just eating bugs.
17.
17, so no problem, man. You eat this bug, and
Oh, it's delicious.
It squishes and pops in your mouth, and it's kind of nasty. And
I do the whole Timon and
Right.
Pumbaa thing.
Right. Actually tastes pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I kind of like it. I kind of like the bug. The other guards, they still kind of are watching you, but they're not really, like, they get a little bit more lenient, and you start like doing things like that. No, they're not super lenient. They're still observing you,
Of course.
obviously. The goblin is no longer really shaking into the corner as much, but he's definitely not moving to the front of the cage. He's still kind of like cowering in the back. And that's the only real changes. The only things that you might have picked up outside of that is it seems that once they've got done celebrating, they kind of go quiet in the village for a little bit during the daytime, and you'll see less numbers
So no one
out
can
there.
find them. That's pretty good.
Right.
I'll push the bowl outside of the door.
Yes.
And when I'm done with it, and I want to know if within that time my prayers have gifted me with intelligence of what should be done.
What should be done?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do the same thing. Just roll a d20 here, and if you beat me, I'll give you some words of wisdom. What'd you get?
30.
On my
9.
D20.
39?
Yeah,
On my D20.
I got a 9.
Yeah, you're just not really thinking of anything. You're thinking like, nothing's coming to you. You're just kind of.
I want to try to remember it, so I'm going to draw the symbol in front of me.
Okay, like kind of in the straw or whatever, just kind of like put your
Right.
finger
Well,
on.
I'm on dirt, right?
Yeah, or dirt and straw. There's all the way down the bottom of the cage, right?
Yeah, and I'll even line it with straw, make it look good.
Oh, okay. Let's roll a d20. Let's see how good this is.
Oh boy.
There comes your artsy side.
I have a 12 on die.
12 on die. I don't know if there's a skill for this, so we'll just
Probably
go with the 12. I'll go
Or
with performance.
survival.
Performance would go better. Well, no, survival's what you're going to need. Oh, never mind. Yeah, do
No, you'll
performance.
need
That's a
it.
good one.
15.
15? Okay. I'm going to write that down so when they come look at that, they'll see
You're like, "You're an
how much of an artist you are.
And then they want me to do art for them. I have no problem with that.
I'm going to tell you to
I'm a
do
very
fake
polite
paintings.
person.
Rufus Picasso.
Yes.
Yes. And that's all you're going to do, and then slightly go back to praying, or just kind of.
Yeah, because I have no idea. Like, I'm not trying to break out. I have nothing on me except for the shank,
Okay.
which they can't see, and even that shank is probably going to break in one hit. So I need to start really thinking about either escape or kind of doing what they want me to until I have an opportunity.
Okay. During that time period, you'll see a couple more of goblins get brought into cages and kind of thrown in there. The goblin that was in the cage that they had, you'll see them take him out, and it looks like they'll bring him over and they kill him, and they start like pulling out his innards, and they start cooking him on a fire. Anyway, we'll go back to you guys.
That's crap. They get meat and you had bugs? Come on.
Don't eat dinner tonight.
They eat goblin. Maybe dwarf too. Who knows?
I would like to do one other thing.
Yes.
I would like to see if I can do a religious check
Okay.
on the symbol.
Sure.
If I've
Yeah.
ever seen it before or anything like
Sure.
that.
You can do that right now.
14.
14. Nothing that you've ever picked up or know anything of. Nothing that really comes to mind.
And nothing that I've seen interaction with them, trying to understand
Nothing.
the apeness.
Nothing.
Okay. I'm still going to try to do that. I'm zoning in.
Okay. You're on it. You're still alive.
That's all it counts.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
All right,
Until
back to the
tomorrow.
tomb. Luna, you head down the hallway. Looks like there's 2 side chambers that go on up ahead, and it looks like at some point you can see where the roots have caved in a section where it looks like it used to continue on. So going ahead any further is kind of not going to work. Along the walls, you'll start seeing more of that fungus. You'll start seeing more of the moss growing, mushrooms.
Can I roll a nature or medicine check to see if I recognize it?
Absolutely, you can know that.
Nature and medicine. That's
Which
2
one?
dice.
I would do it under nature.
I do not.
You do not.
I got an 8.
No, you're right. You do not recognize any of that. That is correct. And there's 2 side chambers. It looks like as it goes down, there's 2 little side chambers that come off on the one side. And up
since
ahead is where
I'm
the
assuming that
blockade is.
since there wasn't any steps coming this way for a while anyway, I can't tell which one's been more traveled.
Correct. You could try to do a, for tracking, what is that? That would be a, well, you did in perception, so I'd say
I think
investigation.
it's survival and investigation.
Survival's a little different. I would do investigation on this because you're looking to find tracks of some nature. 10. Nothing that,
Trax is survival.
is it? Okay. Either
That's what
way.
But
rangers
I
use.
still didn't get it.
Right.
Either way. Left or right? You can't go straight. I
Do I
vote
hear
left.
anything?
I'm gonna.
Your passive perception
with you
picks up
as well.
nothing. So when you ask those questions, I'm going off what your passive perception shows me.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna say left.
Unless you actively want to look at something, then I need to
Okay.
know.
Okay, we're going left.
Going to the left from your facing. That's on this one down here.
If we die, it's Rufus's fault.
And you're in front, and you're in normal form. You're not in bear form or anything crazy like that.
Correct.
Now, as you also go down, these corridors are not, they're probably about 15 feet wide, and they stand well over 20 feet tall.
Okay.
Because obviously there were giants that were down in here before.
There's no-
However, like I said, there's spots where the roots poke through, and there's all that fungus and all that along the walls. A couple spots you'll even get into where there's a little maybe like puddle of water, something small. It looks like water coming through the, not pouring, but just wet and damp as you continue through there. All right. Passive perception. No. All right. So, as you move on ahead into this next corridor, you feel like you hit something on your feet low. I say low, probably about 6 inches off the ground, and I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
So then we need a rogue. 12.
12. I'd like you to make a dexterity saving throw. And you're behind them, of course. Yes.
5.
5, and I'd like you to make a dexterity saving
All right,
throw.
so you guys just set off the trap. I'd like to use a luck point on that. There's a 2, and we're gonna shame that dice over there.
Okay.
All right, I can live with that. And then, is this a save?
Yes, it's going to be a dexterity saving throw.
Great, so that's going to be a total of 20.
A total of 20. All right. These spears, giant spears, come launching down the hallway.
Awesome.
The tips on them, well, you're going to see them as they go whizzing by, or they hit you and get impaled by them. Seem to be made of stone, and they're kind of not the best. So,
When as they come, I can as a reaction I can use shield.
okay, they do 3d6 points of damage. So it's already halved because of the condition of the trap. It's been there for so long, a lot of it's rotten. So it's already halved. You're taking half of that. Okay, so
So
then
it's
we'll
like a
figure out how the shield
fourth total.
how the shield
I
is.
don't know.
There's no hit. It's a
Yeah,
dex
so
saving
then-
throw. It's not an armor class
Yeah,
thing.
so it
Right.
doesn't do anything.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So half of 9 will be 4. You two will take 4. You'll take 2.
Sweet.
Right. So it looks like this crude old trap mechanism off of a piece of vine on the ground is what triggered, and it didn't work as good as it probably used to years and years ago. So you guys got a little bit of it, and you continue down into the hallway a little bit further.
As we go, I'm gonna like kind of hold the torch closer so that I can see the ground better.
And then you get hit in the trap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the ceiling collapsed. No.
Yeah.
yeah, and he gets hit with the guillotine trap.
So you guys continue on. It
penitent-
looks like this one goes down a little bit further. You've probably gone a total distance of about easily 200 to 300 feet into this next other smaller chamber that opens up. This one here is just basically an empty room, but it's got all types of hieroglyphic style writing on the wall.
Okay.
So it's got different
boring.
types of.
There's shinies in here.
I'm gonna very like inquisitively go up to the wall and like look at it and be like, oh yes, yes, yes.
And gonna try to pretend like you know what it's saying.
Yeah, that's-
Okay, so you can roll this. You can roll that.
Well, I'm not pretending I do.
Of course you do.
15.
15. And you guys can always. What are you gonna say about it?
You should have came and rescued me.
No, that's it. I'm going
just like,
of course.
Right?
Potential
Yeah.
riches,
Can I
kill
roll a
people,
religion
potential
check?
death,
Sure.
Tomb is potential death.
24.
potential
You
riches.
don't pick up any known religion
Okay.
Naked.
out of this. And again, the pictures and the hieroglyphics, they're not like this big. They're like, this big.
What are they of?
They're all different weird types of symbols. Things that will stand out that you may recognize, a tree.
I've seen
That
those
looks like some
before.
type of weird, crude drawing of a tree.
Any circular things with eyes in them?
Yes, you'll see a couple of those every once in a while.
All right.
But they're periodically throughout it. They're not like put as art along the wall. They're like doing something. You will see one of smaller humanoids and bigger humanoids. Can't really make a difference between the two. And then a third one of really smaller humanoids. You'll see one of the giant ones with a crown on his head.
Okay.
He looks like there's, in the one, he's repeated in several different stages.
Okay.
One stage, you'll see him with a wand in his hand, which is probably like a tree trunk. No, it's probably like more like a staff, but it looks like a wand in his hand. And you will see him by the tree at some point, because you'll see that tree repeated.
Same carving?
The same carving of the tree, like identical carving of the tree. Those are the only ones that really look like something you can discern. Other things you'll see is like wild game, like some type of four-legged beasts. You'll see things with tentacles. Looks like four-legged beasts with tentacles. So it looks like I can kind of draw.
Chthonians?
I can kind of draw you like the crude picture that I
Like there's a
had.
tree right here.
Right.
Let's see Dave's.
I think they used to worship this tree. And with their leader.
All right, so it looks kind of like that right there. You'll have like a belly, stuff like that. Yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah. All right. Is
What
there-
it means, you have no clue.
Yes,
So,
yes. Well, no, I do. I know exactly. I think. And then, is there any other way out of the room?
that's it. Just this huge, big circular chamber, and that's it.
All right. I'm
So
going
it's just
to make
the
an
walls, there's,
investigation
like,
and
no-
just check to see if there's anything on the walls, any
So one investigation to
indentations.
check the entire room.
Yeah,
Or are you
yeah.
gonna take sections of the room?
Well, I'm going to take the section where the guy is with the wand next to the tree.
Okay.
So that was 8.
Nothing. It looks like just like what I described it as.
Yes, this is interesting.
Anything?
I'll roll in. Would a history help at all?
You can try it. Again, this is an unexplored area, so there might not be a history that you would know. But I'll give you a check on that. The what?
19.
A 19. You can tell that it's definitely telling some type of a story, because as it shows this king figure moving on, it's almost like a timestamp of things that were done within his life. So obviously
This is his tomb?
that would be a logical conclusion.
I'm going to say that. I think that the king that they worshipped, or this is his tomb.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. Yes, for sure. Yes,
Sure you do.
The
we
hat
sh-
really sells it, by the way,
We
Tom.
should look in another room then.
yes. The crown will be here somewhere. It would be made of gold, probably.
Yeah.
my assumption.
I'm gonna walk out the room. Start looking.
You're just going to turn around and leave.
Yeah.
All right, and he says that, and now he starts
I'm gonna
walking back.
follow him because I believe that this room was just a waiting chamber. So we will continue.
Waiting.
Okay.
And the
He
little
says-
the eyes.
This is a little magazine.
Are you
right?
following them or staying? We're staying in this room.
Awkward
I guess
coffee.
I have to follow them because you don't split the party.
Are you fine with where you are right now and still just kind of thinking and looking, or?
Yep. I'm trying to understand everything.
Who's your deity?
True Silver.
Daddy.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your
True
deity?
Silver.
Who's your
True
deity?
Silver's your daddy.
Back to you guys then. So while he's still doing his thing, if you have anything that changes, when he come back to you, just let me know. Sure. All right.
So that was the only
like,
way to
I
go
choose to
down
be
that left path that we
taken out
took.
of
Correct.
prison.
And there was that thing of spears that
Yes.
came
Without
down.
death.
I'm just gonna.
I want
And
them
you
to
can actually
take
see
me
that
as
in the
their
chamber
leader.
where the spears had come from.
You have to
So
prove
you'll see
yourself
that as
worthy
well
and become the
on the
new
opposite wall where they
That's what
came
I
down.
wanna do.
You good?
Yep.
All right, you guys head back.
king. You have to defeat
Going down the
current
other
king.
chamber or going down the one past the where the actual
The Phobos was.
where the
You make a
Phobos was.
sword
I think the other
for
chamber.
him, but you
Okay,
make
the
a
opposite
sword.
chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
you
don't want to go near
test
that
it.
Phobos, man.
No.
That Phobos is
Well, he
frightening.
said the Phobos isn't there anymore, so I don't care.
I don't like how everyone's still calling it a phobos.
I rolled a 1. I'm gonna believe you.
It's great.
At least on Phobos.
All right, the other chamber. This one here kind of, again, kind of does the same thing. It goes down and 15 feet across, 20 or so high,
Yeah.
roughly hewn.
I'm gonna be watching this time for.
And you're kind of in the front, you're kind of in the middle, and you're kind of towards the back. Even though you can walk 3 side by side, however you want to
Well,
do
if we
that.
can walk side by side, I'm gonna encourage the side by side.
I'm not, because there was a trap last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So I'm going to have somebody bigger than me in front of me.
I'm already injured and
No, you're fine. He's in front.
I'm I don't like direct confrontation, so I'm not gonna lead the way.
You're not going to lead the way.
I'm not.
I'm going to
just gonna-
suggest that you lead the way because you know more about this stuff. I'm going to use persuasion.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
It's a 22.
I could use that as well. 22. Wow.
Yeah.
I get a 18. So alive. I would.
You know more than we do.
Yes.
You're better off leading.
Do I know that she can heal? Like I would know that, right? That she has the ability.
She's
to
done that before, so
Yeah.
yeah, I would say yes.
Could you maybe do something about this?
You gain 9.
9. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm also going to press to digitize all of the blood off of my.
I can't reach his lips,
clothing.
Okay.
so it's interrupt. So you have to be like,
On your kneecap.
Yeah.
Just hold on.
And then I'm going to go down, but I'm going to be checking
Like,
the
this is
floor
as far
and
as
the
I go.
walls. I'm just
Kneecap.
going to.
You guys get into another chamber. It's circular like the other one. There is nothing that activates on your way down into there. When you get into this room looks like it's a lot more, as you get further in the hallway, it looks like it's a lot more constructed. And it looks like it's a lot more well built, like purposely built. The roughly stone turns into actually like bricks, where it looks like a block that they've been laid out. And it slowly, as it goes up, it starts building up higher into the wall. You start seeing it into the ceiling chamber and all that other end. When it goes into the very end, again, you open up into the same size chamber as the one that was on the opposite side that had all the carvings and writings on the wall. This one here has a full pattern of bricks like a mosaic on the floor. With it is a pedestal that stands up to about 5 feet. Okay? There is a rock.
can somebody lift me up to look on the pedestal?
When you look at the circle, let me see if I can draw this. 'Cause I didn't bring that piece of paper with me because, well, you know, that's me. And
For shame.
how'd that go again? Nothing.
10 minutes.
All right, this will work. This is
Hey,
actually
what are
working
your
out
goals for
really
this
good. I
scene?
kind of like the
They
pattern
see
on that.
Stone and dirt.
Lots of gorillas.
I'll show you the pattern here in a minute. And then this was. That is roughly what it looks like on the floor.
Okay.
And it encompasses the entire room. So as you guys would walk in, here would be that pedestal with the stone on it.
Okay. And then that's the pattern in the floor.
That's the pattern in the floor of the mosaic.
Okay.
And there's enough room to walk around, like the outside of this.
Okay. I'm gonna check around that pedestal and the rock. I'm not gonna
does
touch
the
it,
stone look
but I'm gonna.
The stone that's on the pedestal. So you're gonna go check that out, and you're gonna go
That's
check
where
out the
you like-
pedestal.
I'm gonna touch
Yeah,
it, I
I'm,
just wanna
yeah,
know
I'm
that.
gonna check it out also.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to look at the pattern, the
Of-
first symbol.
Like this symbol down here?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not as rough as I drew it. I actually have a better picture, but though.
It's the fifth element.
It is.
And the match is like, I'm not.
Right, and you will notice again the center is that same eye symbol that you've seen repeatedly throughout this place.
All right.
Okay. The stone.
The Eye of Phobos.
Lucky Lenny would like to know what it looks like.
All right, do an investigation check on the pedestal, Tom.
1.
A 1. Nothing looks like nothing important. Just
Got
looks
some
like it
sand in my eye.
just kind of sits there.
All right.
All right. Investigation
It's not
check on
worth
that
your
stone.
time.
You're not touching the stone or anything like that. It's just you're looking at the
Just
stone.
looking at it.
Okay.
Oh boy, a 6.
It just looks like a stone just placed on the
So
pedestal.
it just looks like a simple regular
Just a simple,
stone.
like little
I'm gonna pick it
pedestal
up.
and a simple
I'm gonna
regular
pick it
stone.
up.
The stone's a little bit bigger for you. I mean, it's not like you could fit in the palm of your hand,
well, I'm
but
gonna
you can
just-
pick it up with two
I'm just
with
gonna
two
pick it up
hands.
and look at it.
Okay. The stone is flat on the bottom, so you pick up the stone and it's kind of almost like a cone, like a dome.
Okay.
Okay. So you pick it up. Now you've got the rock. Now what are you gonna do with it?
Nothing happened?
No.
What's underneath it?
The pedestal.
There's nothing on the bottom, like underneath when I picked it up?
Nothing down here now.
I'm going to look at the bottom of it.
On the bottom is a symbol.
Aha!
Aha.
You
And
knew
the
it
s-
all along.
I know
And-
the obvious knowledge.
The symbol matches that symbol.
Okay. I'm going to bring the stone over to that symbol
And then the floor collapses underneath.
and put it on it.
Okay. And what are you guys going to do? So Tom takes the stone, he starts looking at it, flips up the bottom, he's like, starts looking around the room, and then he starts heading towards the destination.
Do I see indentations on the floor where anything should fit, or?
It's all carved in there, so it's kind of hard to say that. Like what you see, those things are not just drawn on there. It's all carved, and it's almost like the stonework is built around it. So it's not really carved. It's more,
It's a pattern.
it's patterned that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I will follow because I'm
you're gonna follow him.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow him, but not be like right on top. You know, like I'll be in the middle of the room while he's at the.
So he takes the stone, he walks right over, and you're just going to place it on that symbol.
Yep.
He places the stone on the symbol,
Yeah, we did.
and the whole pattern lights up with this like light of blue that comes from there, and it comes up all the way around it, super fast. It kind of
Okay.
like a light, kind of lights up all the way around it, and then this big blinding flash of light goes off,
Awesome.
and then
We all
nothing.
die.
You're back in the chamber that you were in before.
We're still there. We're
You're
still,
still in the
same-
chamber,
And is the floor lit up still?
Nope.
Is the rock there?
Curious.
Huh?
Is the rock still there?
No.
The rock is
The
gone.
rock is gone.
Is there a rock on the pedestal?
No.
No, there's no rock over there either.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. I'm going to make an Arcana check.
Okay.
You jinxed yourself.
9.
9. Can't really tell. It's
No.
there's nothing really.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, obviously it was made up in some magic to make
Yes,
that light,
yeah,
but you
they're-
can't really tell what.
I can't tell what
You got anything,
spells
Rufus,
were
or are you
used.
still good?
I'm good.
Okay.
No,
Maybe
I don't know.
something happened in the other room.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's it.
Wildoroy is at a loss for words.
I am.
It was the flash of light.
Yes.
He
Is
has a
there anything else changed about the room?
It looks the exact same.
All right.
Then we walk out.
I'm going to walk out.
Okay. As you guys walk down the hallway, it looks like the hallway continues further than what you would remember of it being built of the solid stone.
Okay.
Like it seems like its construction either replaced the construction that was not there before or whatever you want to take from that. And as you continue down the hallway to where the T is, it looks like all that is fully constructed as well. There's bricks in place there.
Travel through time.
And it looks like, well, it looks kind of like there's like, remember that blocked off area is no longer blocked, and it opens up into a chamber that goes into two different directions again with one across the way. And everything is now made of like brick. It looks like it's really good stonework.
What did you do?
I think we may have transported ourselves. I'm not sure in
I
in
rolled
what.
a hit. No.
Good.
Damn it, Tom, if I'm stuck in the
All right.
past,
I
I'm gonna
think this is where we'll let it up.
All right.
So
17.
17. So she smacks you.
What? I say. What? Why? What was
Finally.
that
What
for?
did you do?
I'm not sure. I said. I don't know. You had no better ideas.
Lucky Lenny is stuck in the past. This is gonna be very bad. How am I gonna get back to my island?
How do you know it was through time that we traveled, sir?
This is out of character.
Oh.
Lucky Lenny doesn't know what that was.
Lucky Lenny
what do
doesn't
we
talk
call
in
it
the third
here?
person.
So,
Not Razor Law.
let me see, Rufus, you lived. You're captured by intelligent gorillas that want you to make weapons for them.
It's fine. I
Maybe
can
to
be
go, yeah.
Tony Stark and Tarzan at the same time.
Tarzan Stark.
That's my goal right
All
there.
right, we'll see. A dwarf, swinging their minds. It's a bad visual I'm getting.
Naked, by the way.
I'm getting really the even worse visual now.
All right.
It just went from bad.
Thank you for joining us in Max Play Live. I'm Batman. Thanks for joining us for watching The Island episode 4. Tune in next Thursday for episode 5
What time?
at 7 p.m.
Follow, like, subscribe.
Yeah, go ahead
Do the
and
thingy,
subscribe to
click the
our
button.
YouTube.
Gives you
Follow us
notifications.
on Twitter. Like our Facebook page.
Twitch.
All right, good night, guys.